live on the Wave, SVI4, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Bear Lake High School Sports and the Rocky Mountain Yeti Countdown to Kickoff.
Welcome to American Falls High School, the home of the American Falls Beavers for Bear Lake football. The Bear Lake Bears making the trip up north to take on the Beavers tonight in a district matchup. One that used to could be played every year, and now we're back in that mode since we bumped up. This is our first road game in district in football this year. We've only played the one other game. That was against Snake River at home. So this is the first road game. Beautiful field setup here. We're not anywhere close to the high school, by the way. If you're just on your way, it's actually not anywhere near the high school. It's by, I think, the elementary field, but it's a beautiful field right across from the golf course. I can see the reservoir in the distance. Gorgeous setup. Beautiful night and awesome weather for football. Bear Lake Bears getting ready, about 12 minutes on the clock out there. Kickoff probably in about 15. Both teams on the field warming up. JV game ended 36-18, I believe was the final score, in favor of the American Falls side in the JV game. And now we're getting ready for some varsity football. Before we talk too much about football, let's talk about the other things going on. A cross-country team ran yesterday. They got one meet left, and that is at Preston next week before districts on the 23rd. And right now, if based on the times the teams have been putting up in the district, if the cross-country district meet were to be held tomorrow, the Bears would be in a tough fight with Marsh Valley for the second place team, and the top two teams qualify for the state tournament. Snake River comfortably going to state, it looks like, in both boys and girls. Then Bear Lake and Marsh Valley are fighting it out for second right now. Bears are a little bit ahead in both the boys and the girls for a berth to the state tournament. So cross country doing well with just a one meet left in their regular season. The volleyball team in great shape. Volleyball team seated number one in the state right now in the Max Preps rankings, and by beating Snake River last night in Snake River, the Bears have now beat all four teams in the district on the road and took care of business against Snake River at home. Snake River sitting number two in the district. They have beat Preston head-to-head, and so that puts them number two, and Marsh Valley and American Falls at the bottom of the district standings. Bears volleyball hosts Marsh Valley tomorrow night in the gym, and then next week,
in the gym,
where American Falls comes to town on Wednesday, and then on Thursday it's senior night versus Preston. So the Bears volleyball team in good shape. Like I said, currently by the computers, the Max Preps rankings, which is how they seed the state tournament, as the number one team in the state. And as long as they take care of business next week against Marsh Valley tomorrow night and then American Falls next Wednesday, that will give them the number one seed in the district, which means the Bears would host the district tournament, which starts 1 week from tomorrow. So that's what's going on in volleyball. Tonight, football is on the menu as the Bear Lake Bears here in American Falls set to take on the Beavers. And another big game happening tonight as the Snake River Panthers taking on the Marsh Valley Eagles. And Bear Lake is on the outside looking in right now, sitting in fourth place in the district. The other three teams, according to Max Preps rankings, separated by about 3 points. And all three teams sitting in that 8, 9, 10 area, so towards the bottom of the state standings as far as those that would qualify for state. But right now, if I remember right from when I checked the other day, if the state tournament were to start tomorrow, American Falls, Marsh Valley, and Snake River would all qualify for state. And Bear Lake is definitely on the outside looking in. But 2 games left tonight here in American Falls, and a week from tonight, home at Bear Lake against Marsh Valley. Other than that, not a lot going on around the state. Sugar Salem, and they got a big game against South Fremont tonight in their district. Sugar sitting number one in the state overall.
Big game, obviously, but I would say, obviously, Sugar's going to be a favorite in that game. By a heavy margin. I would imagine that's probably, a 40-plus point spread, just based on how good Sugar is.
They are currently ranked number one in the state, and they're a one-touchdown favorite over the number two team in the state. So they're a heavy favorite no matter who they play. And, yes, probably about a 40-point favorite over South Fremont. Didn't check that spread, but that's about what it's most likely going to be. So let's talk about college sports. Lots going on. Lots to be excited about. And start with University of Utah because they're playing tonight. They are hosting
Arizona State.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Utah, Arizona State.
They're
in
Tempe.
Correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's a tough one, honestly, because Arizona State sneaky good this year, which is not fitting for Arizona State football in recent history. If you've watched the last couple of years of Arizona State football, if you're a Sun Devil fan, it hasn't been the easiest couple of years. With that being said, Utah probably a heavy favorite in that game. I'm going to take the Utes, but probably only by a couple touchdowns.
That one's interesting game. Like I said, if it was in Salt Lake, I'd be a little bit more confident. I still think Utah wins, but I think it's a close game because it's in Tempe, and who knows what's going on at the Utah quarterback situation. They announced yesterday that earlier in the week, it was announced that Cam Rising might be out till the BYU game, which is in November, and then yesterday they came out and said Cam Rising is starting tonight. But like a lot of the Utah fans that I've seen on social media this week, when he trots out on the field, we'll believe that Cam Rising's playing football tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Utah is a much different team with Cam Rising. Isaac Wilson, just a freshman, true freshman, didn't expect to be playing this year, expected to be the backup, and he's been forced into duty. And he's done okay, but he's played like a true freshman.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I still think Utah wins it. The BYU fan in me, my soul just died a little bit, but I think Utah wins it. But I think it's going to be a close game.
Another game tonight, Utah State taking on UNLV at Maverick Stadium. What do you got in that one?
I hate to say it, but UNLV.
Yeah.
UNLV's 4-1 on the year. They had some controversy at their quarterback decided to leave midseason.
And they got better.
Somehow. And Utah State, with everything that went on with them preseason, losing half their coaching staff in July, I think Utah State is in a mode kind of like what Bear Lake is in sadly right now of just let's finish out the season and move on. So I got UNLV in that one pretty easy.
I think UNLV too. As much as it hurts me to say, I think UNLV is just a phenomenal team. They've got a pretty phenomenal defense, but their offense is really where they've shined this year. I think their offense can overpower Utah State's offense, unfortunately. As much as I hate to say that, I'm going to take UNLV in that one as well. Another game we've got this week, Boise State taking on Hawaii, the Rainbow Warriors. It'll be Boise State versus Hawaii. I think we both have Boise State in that one.
Oh, easy.
And I don't think it should be even a remotely close game. The question is, how many touches will Ashton Jeanty have, and how many total yards will Ashton Jeanty have?
Will he still be in the game after halftime? 2 of their 5 games this season, he has left before halftime because they've been so far ahead, and he's already had 150-plus yards and 5 or 16 touchdowns. He's just amazing. He's got to be the Heisman Trophy front runner right now.
Well, he's averaging 10.9 yards a carry this season, Jared. If you're averaging more than a first down per carry on the ground, you should be a Heisman front runner.
He's approaching 1,100 yards on the season. He's only carried the ball 95 times. If a running back gets 4 or 5 yards per carry, they're considered a great running back. If he got 10 yards a carry for the rest of the season, his average would go down.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. I saw a stat the other day ranking the Mountain West running backs. He's number 1, obviously, and his yards after contact, so after he takes that first hit, would put him as the number 2 running back. He has got more yards after contact on the season than the number 2 runner in the Mountain West has total. So that's
just an insane number.
Yeah. And one of those games, you're saying, well, what kind of competition has he played? One of those games was against Oregon, and he still had just a phenomenal 189 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns against Oregon. If he doesn't win the Heisman, it's highway robbery. As long as he stays healthy, knock on wood.
So another game we've got this week: Idaho State taking on Portland State, taking on the Vikings in Pocatello. I'm going to take Idaho State in this one. Portland State, not that great of a team this season. On the other hand, Idaho State 3-3, so not the worst season. So after Saturday, I'm going to say Bengals have a winning record.
You have on your Bengals Idaho State Women's Basketball Conference Champion T-shirt tonight, so I'll pick the Bengals. I have no problem with that. But there is one more game that you're choosing to skip.
Well, I was leaving it in there for you. I figured you'd want to take that one. So.
And big noon kickoff, the Fox Saturday morning kickoff show is in Provo, Utah tomorrow. And big game, Arizona coming to town to take on BYU. You know who I'm going to pick, but let me preface it by saying this. If the Arizona team that played Utah comes to town it could be a dogfight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Arizona absolutely could come into Provo and win the game. However, if the Arizona team that played Texas Tech and Kansas State comes to town, BYU wins by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's going to be interesting. One thing that changed the game a little bit is 2 of the starting secondary for Arizona have been ruled out for the season, sadly for them. One with an ACL injury and the other one with another lower leg injury. So that does make things a little bit easier for BYU. Both of those players played in that Utah game. Neither of them are going to be playing tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting game. You know me. I'm going to pick BYU. I'll flat out tell you because I even posted it in one spot on social media. My score prediction, 31-18 BYU.
I think, truthfully, it as much as it pains me to say this, BYU having a phenomenal season so far, not a season that most people expected. Even in the preseason polls, BYU expected to be at the bottom of the Big 12 at the beginning of the season. So being 5-0 at this point in the season is a pretty phenomenal start for the Cougars. Jake Retzlaff as well, pretty good quarterback, all things considered. I mean, obviously not the best quarterback in the Big 12, but not making the crucial mistakes. And I think a lot of people wrote him off at the beginning of the season, so he's had a phenomenal season so far, and you can't beat 5-0. Unfortunately, I'm going to take BYU in this game. It's a home game. I mean,
homecoming.
Yeah.
2 p.m. kickoff.
I mean, anytime BYU's playing at home, they have a huge advantage. Obviously, me personally, I'm going to be cheering for Arizona. With that being said, the realist in me says BYU in that game.
Okay. And now, what you've all been waiting for. Anybody that was listening this morning, how was the chicken Big Mac?
Riveting news.
Yes.
I didn't order it. I got myself a McChicken, and I would like to say, have you ever had a McChicken and just went, wow, this is nice?
No.
I did. It was great.
So the review of the chicken Big Mac, it is delicious. We got that on the way up tonight. Ray and I both enjoyed our chicken Big Mac. And time for the national anthem. And the marching band down on the field. I hope Ray's showing that. And we'll let you listen. All right. Good job by the marching band. Big old marching band here at American Falls High School. And I'll tell you, Nate, one of my favorite aspects of the environment of college football and high school football is the bands. I think it adds so much atmosphere to the environment of the game. Mm-hmm. So we've had the coin toss. We've had all the national anthem. Everything taken care of there, and teams are getting ready to play football. Bear Lake Bears on the far side. You can see a lot of them taking the opportunity to kneel down, get themselves mentally prepared for the game. And on the near side, American Falls all in black helmets, black uniforms, and black pants with red and white trim. They got stars on the sleeves, kind of a semi-patriotic look there for American Falls.
And I got to say, just based on the venue was a little hard to find, obviously, first game we've ever done here. But I really enjoy this field. Like, the setting is really nice, a lot of trees around the field, a lot of space to set up a lawn chair or maybe even like a blanket and just lay out and watch a football game. You can't beat an atmosphere like this on a Friday night. Yeah,
it's very similar atmosphere to Bear Lake with everybody just on their lawn chairs. There was one thing that I will say I like Bear Lake better. There's no track here. And the reason that I like Bear Lake having the track is it gives a separation from the coaches and players and the field. The fans are right on top of the coaches and players. And that was an issue in the JV game. So anyway, and for those of you that may have the power to care about what I'm about to say, the field looks like, I mean, it's beautiful. The golf course, which is right next door, comes and mows it for them twice a week. Just going to throw that out there to anybody that might be paying attention.
I like their field a lot more than I like their golf course. That's all I'm going to say. That golf course was frustrating when I played it in high school.
All right, we do not have rosters, so here we go. We'll just have to go for it. Caleb Wiscombe with the kick down to the 5-yard line, returned by number 2 for American Falls, and he is going to go down at the 25. So good kick, good start for Wiscombe. We do have a Bear Lake Bear down on the field, holding his arm and not getting up. Hopefully not a great way to start the game with an injury, and he is not going to get up. So good start for the game as far as for the Bears on field position, keeping the American Falls team at the 25, which is where they would have been with the touchback. But the bad news is a Bear injured on the very first play. And I will be able to pull up a digital copy of the Bear Lake roster, but they did not have rosters here tonight. So we're just going to go with it. Okay, and I can't catch the number of the injured Bear Lake player, so 6 seconds off the clock, and we've already got an injured player on the field. Let's take a 30-second break, Nate, and come back right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Bears football continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
And we're still at timeout for an injury. Very first play of the game, the opening kickoff. One of the Bear Lake Bears went down. He was standing up, holding his arm after the play, and took a couple steps, then went to the ground, and he's been laying there since. They're looking at his upper body. I'm thinking collarbone or shoulder area. Still have not been able to catch the number completely. So, and the camera is not showing him, which is okay. I don't mind not showing an injured player on the field because then there's a panicked mom out there. Anyway, let's take another 30 seconds because it looks like they're going to be working on him for a while, and we'll be back on the SVI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
Here's Jared and Lisa and the SVI Sports crew with more live coverage of Bears football.
And Lisa's not actually with me tonight. She is a little under the weather, so she's at home. Injured player for the Bear Lake Bears is, I believe, Carter Nelson, 63, if I saw the number right. He got up and walked off under his own power. Like I said, it's an upper body injury of some type. We'll hopefully see him back in the game as time goes on. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. They checked him out pretty good. And here we go, first play of the game. And shotgun formation. and it's a handoff right up the middle. And it's the same guy that returned the kick, number 2. He's going to go for just 2 yards. So 2-yard gain on the first play. Good tackle there by the Bear Lake Bears. The right side of the defensive line made the tackle. The inside of the defensive line blew up the play, made him forced him to the outside. And then the tackle made, I believe that was Ethan Jorgensen making the tackle there for Bear Lake. No, that can't be. That's Cason Warner. I keep forgetting he switched numbers since they updated this roster. Cason Warner making the stop on that last one. Second down now and 8. Handoff again, same guy. This time he finds a hole, and it's a big one. He might be gone, and Jack Hume, last man to catch him, can't. Touchdown. American Falls, 73-yard touchdown down the left side. They ran the same play. It was blocked better this time. Jack Hume came over from the safety position, made a diving attempt at about the 30-yard line. Couldn't bring him down. And 2 plays into the game, the American Falls Beavers take the lead 6-0 on the 77-yard touchdown run.
And I will say earlier in the game, watch their kicker warm up, and their special teams is phenomenal here, Jared. This guy can kick a field goal. He was knocking through 40-yarders in the pregame that would have been good from 50, so they will be kicking extra points tonight.
Number 72 is the kicker. And here's the snap, hold, kick. It's up, and it is good. No good. He must have missed it left. Distance-wise, he had plenty of distance. We didn't have a good angle to see it, but it didn't go through. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
You're watching Bear Lake football on the SVI Sports Network.
Bears expecting a short kickoff after the quick touchdown as they've got Birch and D'Amicos back deep, and the regular returners, Wiscombe and Anderson, are positioned at the 30-yard line, and that's exactly what's going to happen, a short kick. And it was an onside kick, basically, fielded right at the 50 for Bear Lake. And fielded well there by number 55, and based on his appearance, I'm going to say that's Brant Thompson, but he's not on the roster as number 55 because if you remember in Jackson Hole, he had to have his uniform cut off him when he went down with that injury on the field. Fortunately, he's back and playing, so I'm guessing that's 55. The reason I think it's Brant is because I know that he added a neck support on the back of his shoulder pads after that concussion, so good job fielding the onside kick. Bears in good field position at the 49-yard line. Hume is going to give it to quarterback keeper. Now he pitches it to Wiscombe, and it was a late pitch. Wiscombe never got a hold of it. Ball's on the ground. American Falls recovers the fumble, and the pitch was late to Wiscombe, and he was getting hit basically as he received the pitch. He never got the ball, and it goes as a fumble. And it's American Falls football. And one of the American Falls players was able to also steal one of the Bear Lake players' pink rag, I guess, hand towel. And he was pretty proud of himself as he ran out the field, gave it to one of his teammates to hide. Anyway, 1st and 10 Beavers, so 3 plays in the game, 3 offensive plays, not counting the 2 kickoffs. The Beavers scored on their second play from scrimmage. The Bears turn it over on their first play from scrimmage, and American Falls has the football at the 48-yard line. 70-yard touchdown last time they touched the ball. They've had the ball for 2 plays, and both were handoffs, shotgun formation. 1 wide receiver to either side. Back to pass. Bears putting on the pressure, and he is going to be sacked. Back at the 40, 8-yard loss. Jace Farmer in on that. Kason Warner in on that. And Logan Keach in on that tackle. So the Bear Lake defensive line put a lot of pressure on, gets the sack. They mark it at the 41, so just a 7-yard loss on the 1st and 10. So now 2nd and 17. So after giving up a long touchdown on the last play, the Bears get the quarterback sack on that play. 7-yard loss as they mark it at the point where he's first hit. They don't mark it where he ended up hitting the ground, which was a few yards back of that. 2nd down, 17 yards to go from the 41-yard line for American Falls. They already lead on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard by a score of 6-0 with 9:55 left to go in the first quarter. Handoff, and he's going to find his way through the hole, try to make it to the sideline. Be forced out of bounds finally by Hume and Anderson, but not before he gets into Bear Lake territory and gets down to the 47-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. So 2nd and 17 turns to 3rd and 5, 12-yard run. That one was number 6. Number 2 is the one that had the touchdown, and he'll be the running back this time. Nope, number 6 in at running back again. Number 2 is in the slot as a receiver on 3rd and 5. Everybody in tight except for 1 wide receiver to the near side, which is the short side of the field. And it's going to be an option pitch, and he is going to be short of the 1st down. Needed 5, he got 3. Nice tackle there, Nomikos and Warner team up to make the tackle at the 44-yard line. So 4th and 2, probably because of this part of the field, it is probably 4-down territory, and it looks like they are keeping the offense on the field. So 4th and 2 from the 44-yard line. This would be a big stop right here for the Bears if they could get the stop on this 4th down play and get the ball right back. And it would be good field position to get it back. It would basically be where they turned it over at, as they were at the 49. Shotgun formation. And it's a give to number 6, and he is going to get the 1st down. He goes to the 44. He needed the 39. He needed the 43 for the 1st down. He gets to the 39. So Caleb Wiscombe in on the stop, but a 1st down for the Beavers inside of the Bears 40 at the 39-yard line. 8:47 left here in the first quarter. And without Lisa here, we don't have stats. And I didn't even remember to grab a pencil and paper out of the car, so I can't even keep basic stats. But I do know 77-yard touchdown already for American Falls, as they got 1st down and 10 inside of the Bears 40 on their 2nd possession. 2 wide receivers to either side. Back to pass is the quarterback. He's going to get it away this time down the middle. Half a step too far. Hernandez, the intended receiver, it goes off. He only got one hand on it and goes off his fingertips. He would have waltzed into the end zone if he could have brought that one in. So I'll try to pick up names from the PA announcer as I go. I know the number 5 now is Hernandez.
There you go.
See? And, Nate, you gotta say more tonight. The announcer's curse has already worked.
Yeah, exactly. Good read there by the Beavers. Throw was just a little bit off target. So
2nd down and 10, same formation. And this is going to be a handoff, and Bears read it well.
Gives to Greg, and he's met immediately.
78 for Bear Lake. I gotta look up that number. A great tackle. That's Logan Keach is wearing number 78 tonight, and he was in on the tackle in the backfield, as well as number 58, I believe, was the other tackler, which is Easton Newman. So great play for the Bear Lake defense on that play. Brings up 3rd down and 12. They got to get to the 29 for a 1st down. They're clear back at their own at the 41. It is 4-down territory. Here we go. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Bears coming on a blitz. Pass goes downfield, and it's incomplete. Great defense there by Jack Hume. Ammon Topham putting the pressure on the quarterback. Falls incomplete down near the 10-yard line. Hume had as good a chance to catch that ball as the wide receiver. Well defended, and I believe the punt team is going to come on. So this is a big stop for Bear Lake after committing that turnover on the first play to force the punt. The Beavers did pick up a first down, but couldn't convert the second first down, and the Bears do force the punt. And they're not going to send anybody back because they're so close to the end zone. And now Caden Anderson will go back deep. And this one's going to go close to, if not into the end zone. Depends on the bounce it takes. It's going to take an American Falls bounce and be down at the 4-yard line. What a roll. That one had to bounce sideways or backwards for American Falls to down it, and that's just what it did. It bounced sideways, stayed out of the end zone. They do mark it right at the 5. So Bear Lake had good field position on their first possession, turned it over on the first play. The second possession, they are backed up under the shadow of their own goal line, clear back at their own 5. Bears have only ran one play in the game. It was the fumble on the pitch. Wiscombe never had a chance to really get a clean hold on it before he was hit. So let's see if they can do a little bit better. The Bears offense can do a little bit better on the second possession. Thornton and Wiscombe are the running backs. One wide receiver to either side. Anderson the near side. Birch the far side receiver. And the handoff is going to go to Wiscombe. And he is going to get across the 5 to, looks like the 7-yard line. So a gain of 2. Gives the Bears a tiny bit more breathing room. I know they'd like to pick up at least one USAV Phillips 66 first down here. Give themselves some room to operate. As we go under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter, 6-0 ball game here on the SVI Sports Network. After the Beavers only took 2 plays to score their first touchdown. A fumble by the Bears on their first possession, a punt by the Beavers on their second possession, and here we are, the Bears looking at 2nd down and 8. 2 wide receivers to the far side this time, Anderson and Birch. Wiscombe on the sweep. He's got some blocks out in front. He's able to turn the corner, and he's going to get near first down yardage. Let's see where they mark him. It looks like it's going to be right at the 15. Let's wait to see the signal.
It's like Carvajal in on the tackle.
They're going to say 3rd down, but that's got to be 3rd down and a fun-size Snickers at best. Wow, 3rd down and very, very short.
I don't know if I'd even say fun-sized Snickers. That's like the little bite-sized ones.
And it's now going to be 3rd and 5.
Come out in the backfield.
The Bears were not set when they snapped the ball. Went for the quick snap to try to do the quarterback sneak to get the first down, and there was a couple people still moving, still getting set when they called for the snap. So 3rd and maybe a bite-sized Snickers bar turns into 3rd and 5. The Bears need to get out to the 15-yard line for the first down. The ball sitting now at the 10. That's going to be one that, if they don't get a first down here, may be one of those plays that comes back to haunt the Bears. We're a little bit more patience there. They might have got the first down. Instead, it's 3rd and 5. And back to pass. And it's caught by Birch. Out to the 37-yard line. Birch goes up high, catches the ball. They're going to mark him down right at the 36. So from the 10 to the 36, 26-yard pass and catch on 3rd and 5. The false start penalty actually means nothing now, as the Bears get the first Phillips 66 USAV first down of the game and move the ball out across the 35 with plenty of breathing room now instead of being back at in the shadow of their own goal line. Handoff, and that's Namikos, is going to gain a couple before he's wrestled down. He was stopped initially, then spun forward, picks up. We're going to give him just 1. Tony Namikos with a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 for the Bears, but they're out at the 32-yard line. Started the possession at the 5, have moved the ball out to the 37-yard line. Sorry, 37, not 32. I can count.
You're a history teacher, Jared, not a math teacher, so don't worry about it.
Bears, for those of you not watching, if you're just listening, Bears all in white tonight with their silver helmets and a lot of pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the option pitch, and it's going to be actually a forward pass to Namikos. And they're going to say he was down by contact, and they are going to give him some positive yardage. And I think they said Adair in on the tackle. He's number 2. He's the one that made that long touchdown run, so we're going to go with that. If I'm wrong, sorry if there's anybody from American Falls listening. They do give him 1 yard gain, so 2nd and 9 turns into 3rd and 8. Ball at the 38 for the Bears. Probably a passing situation. The Bears are going to send 4 wide receivers to the far side. Now Anderson will come back over to the near side. It'll be Anderson, Wiscombe, and Birch to the far side. Anderton alone, and back to pass is Hume. He gets it, a screen pass to Thornton out of the backfield, and he's going to go across midfield and go inside of the 45 to the 43-yard line. Great setup there. The offensive line blocked that well, and down the sideline goes Thornton. And first down and 10. That's another Phillips 66 U-Save first down. The Bears offense, after turning the ball over on the very first play of the game, have now on this second drive moved the ball effectively into American Falls territory. They're down to the 43-yard line after the big pickup on the screen pass to Thornton. Hume, who's got running backs to either side, gives it to Wiscombe on the sweep. Wiscombe's got a blocker out in front of him, and he's going to be thrown down for no gain. There's a flag down. Let's see. It's in the area where it could either be a hold or a face mask. I think it's going to be a hold on the Bears. It is. Holding by the Bears. 10-yard penalty. It'll be first down and 20. As the Bears go in the wrong direction, they'll move back across midfield to their own 48-yard line. 47-yard line is where they put it down. So first and 20 now for the Bears after the hold. It was going to be no gain on the play, but instead the Bears looking at first and 20. Wiscombe and Thornton running backs. Tafoya, the near side receiver. Here's the snap. The give is to Thornton. He's going to bounce it off the left side. Gets through the hole. Makes a man miss inside the 40. Down inside the 35. Spinning. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. What a run by Thornton. And that's another Phillips 66 U-Save first down. He went 24 yards on that run. Well blocked at the point of attack, and then Thornton did the rest on his own, picked out about the last 10 yards of that, just with some speed and some nifty moves. Bears in business at the 30-yard line after another Phillips 66 U-Save first down. Hume has again got Wiscombe and Thornton in the backfield. Thornton is going to be thrown for a loss this time. And his forward progress is going to be the 34-yard line, so he's going to lose 4. And it looked like a flag was thrown on the play, but it was the beanbag to mark forward progress, not a flag. So 34-yard line is the line of scrimmage, second down and 14. Same play that time as Thornton gained 24 on the previous play, but this time he was met at the point of attack in the backfield. Nowhere to go. So second down and 14. 2 wide receivers to either side. Namikos, the lone running back in the backfield with Hume back to pass. Looking, he's got his man. That is Wiscombe down the sideline inside the 25. They marking down at the 24. So a pickup of 10 on second down. The passing game has worked so far on the night for the Bears. And the Bears are going to be down at the 24-yard line, nearing the Jacobson Mountaineer Blue Zone on just their second possession of the night after picking up several first downs on this possession. And now, starting at their own 5, have moved the ball clear to the American Falls 24-yard line. Bears offense has found a rhythm after turning it over on the very first play from scrimmage. Wiscombe and Tafoya, the near side. Birch and Anderson on the far side. Namikos, the running back, off the right hip at the quarterback. Hume back to pass. He's got Anderson. Nice pass. Anderson just went out, sat down in front of his man, and 9-yard gain down to the 15-yard line. That's another Phillips 66 U-Save first down. Anderson with a nice catch, nice throw there by Jack Hume, making it easy tonight. And that puts the Bears, for the first time in the game, inside the Jacobson Mountaineer Blue Zone. Jacobson Mountaineer for all your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Give Justin a call at Jacobson Mountain Air, 2 running backs this time, D'Amicos and Wiscombe in the backfield. And Hume is going to give it to Wiscombe. He's going to follow D'Amicos, kind of bounce it out inside a little bit, to the outside, a little bit, and get 4 yards on the play from the 15 down to the 11. So a good play, good patient run there by Wiscombe. Just followed D'Amicos through the hole and kept moving forward. The line got a good surge, and the Bears down to the 11-yard line. D'Amicos will trot to the sidelines.
I have to say, this is a really methodical drive here for Bear Lake. Looking really good on the offensive side of the ball. This is a patient, slow-paced, punch-him-in-the-mouth kind of football. Just gain a few yards at a time, and 4 yards per play equals a first down every time.
Wiscombe goes in motion to give us to Thornton. He is going to fight forward inside the 10 to the 9, so only a pickup of 2, but still positive. And we're in 4-down territory now. When you're inside the 10-yard line of the opponent, you're definitely in 4-down territory. So the Bears looking at 3rd and 4. They need to get to the 5 for the first down. Obviously, if they pick up more than that, they're knocking on the door for a touchdown. And the Bears in business. It's going to be Anderson and Birch to the far side, Wiscombe and Tafoya to the near side. That's going to end the first quarter. So we'll start the second quarter, 3rd and 4 from the 9 for the Bears. We'll be back with that in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network. Good first quarter.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Jared and Lisa and live coverage of Bear Lake football.
The Bear Lake Bears have gone
3rd and 4.
clear down the field, started this drive at their own 5. They're now down at the 9. 3rd down and 4 as we start the second quarter, and that's going to be a half the distance to the goal line penalty from there, offsides, as the Bears go with the hard count, offsides against American Falls. Let's see if they go 5 yards or if they go half the distance. And that will, the reason that makes a difference is half the distance. Well, either way, it should be a first down, 1st and goal for the Bears. And that'll put the Bears another Phillips 66 U save, first down. Phillips 66 U save, where your convenience is their pleasure. 1st and goal. Bears with the ball at the 5. Hume rolling to his right, looking in the end zone, throwing, touchdown, Caden Anderson. Touchdown Bears. Bears tie this one up. The Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard lights up in favor of the Bear Lake Bears. 6-6 now, your score. Anderson just did a little quick out into the end zone, sat down in front of his man, and Jack Hume on the run finds him for the touchdown. The Bears tie this one up. 3 offensive plays into the game, and I would have said this was going to be a runaway for the American Falls Beavers because they had a 77-yard touchdown and had forced a turnover. And yet, here we are, early second quarter, 6-6. Bears have a chance to take the lead. Caleb Wiscombe is going to attempt the point after. Bears are 1 lineman short. So now we got Jace Farmer running out there quickly. Hume, the holder. Wiscombe, the kicker. Here's the snap. Kick is through and good. Had to wait for the signal, but I could tell by the Bears' reaction that it was good. Waited for the officials, and the Bears take the lead, 7-6. Wiscombe with the PAT. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand. We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier. Online at bearlakedental.com or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
7-6 on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard in favor of the Bear Lake Bears as Caleb Wiscombe nails the PAT. He's now set to kick off for the Bears. Gets a good foot into it. It's going to spin down and be taken at the 13-yard line. And he's out across the 30 to the 33. Adair, who had the long touchdown, makes the return. Clayton Eborn on the tackle for the Bears. So first quarter, 3 plays in the game, it looked like disaster for Bear Lake. They were already down 6-0 and had turned the ball over. Now, here we are in the second quarter, the Bears with the lead, 7-6. And I'm going to say that may be the most impressive drive of the game for Bear Lake outside of the Salmon game all year.
Yeah, I would agree so. That was just a really methodical, slow-paced drive, and they got a touchdown out of it. Phenomenal drive.
And they even overcame a holding penalty on that put them in a 1st and 20 situation. Here's the handoff. It is to number 6, and he is tackled. Arm tackle, Ammon Topham knocks him down. Number 6 tackling number 6. It is a gain of 4, so 2nd down and 6. And it's a good thing Topham brought him down. That might have been a big gainer there on that play for the Beavers, who only picked up 1 first down in the game so far. They had the 77-yard touchdown. They picked up 1 first down on their second drive before they were forced to punt it away. And bunch formation, everybody kind of in tight except for 1 wide receiver to the left, 1 running back in the backfield, 3 wide receivers stacked really close to the line of scrimmage on the right side. And it's going to be a handoff, and he's going to follow that formation over there to the right side. Bears, and it's going to come back. There's a hold. Bears made him at the point of attack, and he falls forward, does get the first down, but there is a hold back at the point of attack. Tyson Smith gets the tackle, but this one's coming back. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. It'll move the Beavers back inside the 30-yard line, where they'll have 2nd down and about 16 yards to go. So the first down is nullified by the penalty, and instead it will be 2nd down and long. Back should put this ball pretty close to the the 28-yard line. That's where they put it down. Actually, the 27-yard line is the official spot. So 2nd down and 16 from the 27. So the ball's at the 28, but the sideline is saying, no, it's got to be the 27, so they're moving it. There we go. Actually, they moved clear to the 26 now. So they took 2 yards away on that spot right there. 2nd down and long. Potential passing situation here with 2 wide receivers to either side. 1 running back in the backfield with the quarterback who's in shotgun. And it is a passing situation. Stepping up, and wide open in the middle. There's a flag down, and I think this one's coming back because there's a flag right back at the line of scrimmage. It's complete, clear out to the 48. If this flag is against Bear Lake, it'll be a first down, but I do believe ineligible man downfield. That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Instead of the first down near midfield, the Beavers go in the wrong direction. They're going to be clear back near the 21-yard line, I do believe. After this 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, should put it right at the 21. So 3rd down and forever. So linemen are not able to go into the passing formation, and that one cost the Beavers big because that wide receiver was wide open. So instead of being 1st and 10 near midfield, it is 2nd down and 21 yards to go. No, more than that, 22. 2nd and 22 yards to go. They got to clear out to the 43. They're at their own 21. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Man now motion goes to the far side. And hit as he throws. And this one is going to be intercepted by Hume. And Anderson. Anderson is going to return this one. Touchdown, Bears! Caden Anderson gets the pick. And it's a 13-6 lead for the Bears as Caden Anderson out there playing center field. And I'm going to give a lot of the credit on that one to Kason Warner, who absolutely leveled the quarterback as he threw the quarterback, just getting rid of the ball, threw it a little bit early. Anderson catches it and trots down the sideline, broke a tackle as he went. And with 9:36 left here in the first half, the Bears take the 13-6 lead. Caleb Wiscombe trying to tack on another PAT, and the kick is up. And I think he missed this one. No, he made it. Can't tell from this angle. 14-6. We'll be back right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
I'm Ben Olson. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and just joined Bear Lake Memorial. I'm originally from here in Bear Lake, graduated in 1997. Went to undergrad in Pocatello at Idaho State. Went to med school in Missouri, residency in Ohio, practiced in Northeastern Oregon for the last 11 years. I'm excited to come back home. You kind of grow up doing a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking and hunting and fishing, and that's kind of what we would do as a family. Now, as your kids get older, your life is focused around them, so then you chase them around with all their sporting activities, and that's been a lot of fun. Probably the thing I love the most is taking somebody that can't find relief and offering them a surgical alternative and seeing the change that can happen. My goal for my patients is to earn your trust and take you through that journey and offer them some relief from what they're suffering from.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Bears football on the SVI Sports Network.
Caleb Wiscombe set to get a foot in this one. Nice kick. And Adair's going to take it at his own 8-yard line across the 20, and he's going to be tackled there. Brant Thompson going to force him out of bounds. Second time tonight, Brant Thompson made a big play on special teams. He caught the onside kick earlier, and now he makes the tackle at the 27. So good return for Adair. But Brant Thompson makes the tackle. And what a start.
The quarterback position still appears to be Brower, but now wearing number 21 instead of his customary number 30.
So Brower is the quarterback. We just caught that. See, listen to the overhead announcer. Brower, the quarterback, has changed uniforms. I don't know if there was an issue with his other uniform, but they just announced a number change for him. 1st and 10, Bears in lead, 14-6 on your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And Adair, the running back, and he's going to go out of bounds. Ammon Topham forces him out at the 35-yard line. So gain of 8, 2nd down and 2. He has been their spark tonight. He had the 77-yard touchdown. He has gained quite a few yards each time he's touched the ball on the ground. The Bears started out kind of in a scary situation early, but points off of turnovers is a kind of a unheralded stat. And each team has turned it over once. The Bears have 7 points off of turnovers. The Beavers were not able to capitalize, and that's the difference in the game so far. 2nd down and 2. And here's the give to number 6. He'll get the 1st down and more, running through tackles, and finally they're going to mark him down by forward progress stopped at the 48. If you're an American Falls fan, you're wondering why, because he did make it out to the 50. It is good for a 1st down. And that was one of those that probably could have got an extra 2 yards if they wouldn't have blown it dead. They blew it dead at the 48 and instead of the 50. It's 1st and 10 for the Beavers, nearing midfield. 2 running backs in the backfield. Adair off the right hip of the quarterback, and it is to Adair, and he runs right through a tackle, and he may run through a lot more. Ammon Topham gets him down finally at the 30. But a big chunk of his uniform is going to be thrown to the sideline. It ripped a chunk out of the back of his uniform. It's another 1st down for the Beavers inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Adair is a force to be reckoned with. So Anderson has had a great night for the Bears, Anderson and Thornton. And on the Beaver side, it's been all Adair as we go under 9 minutes to play here in the first half. 14-6, Bears in the lead. And first down and 10, though, for the Beavers at the Bear Lake 29-yard line. The running game has been the key for the Beavers. And it's going to be, this one's coming back. It's going to maybe go for big yardage, clear inside the 15. But it's coming back. Where the marker's down, it's either false start, holding something. It's definitely a penalty on illegal motion. So it'll be first down and 15. That one, because of where and when it was thrown, you knew what that was going to be on the Beavers because it had to be a pre-snap penalty, and that's what it was. First down and 15 pushes them back out across the 30. Should put them at the 34-yard line for first down and 15. They would have been down at about the 13, so penalties have slowed this drive up, but they're still methodically making them their way down the field. They've been able to overcome them to this point on the drive. 8:10 left as they come to the line of scrimmage here in the first half. Adair in the backfield, off the right hip of the quarterback Bauer. Is that what his name was that we heard? Bauer, I think. Sorry, we don't have a roster, so we're doing the best we can, and it is a give. And what a play by the Bears. No gain. Brent Thompson's not wearing number 75 tonight. He's getting a lot of credit from the overhead announcer, but that is definitely not Brent in number 75. But it's going to bring up second down and 15. No gain on the play. So Bauer will be in the backfield again. Two running backs, one off each hip. A slot receiver also behind one of the linemen and one wide receiver to either side. You'd think it's a passing situation, but they've been able to run the ball more effectively than pass the ball. And the give is to Adair, and he's going to be thrown down. Gets no gain. Kason Warner makes a tackle. So Adair, who's been able to dance his way forward for a lot of positive yardage on that one, no gain. 3rd and 15. So the Bears, after taking advantage of that penalty, have had no gain on two straight plays for the defense, and it forces the American Falls team down into 3rd and 14, probably a passing situation. At this point in the field, you don't need to get off 15 yards here, but you would like to get this into a 4th and more manageable. But they were in more of a running formation. Only the two wide receivers, everybody else packed up in tight. But Bauer is back to pass. He's going to go deep, man-to-man coverage. And it's it's incomplete. He was bobbling it. They have to say no. They got to consult. No way. No, he was still bobbling that instant replay. Hernandez. Oh, that's one that if they had instant replay, the Bears could challenge the play because we could see it very clearly from here. Based on where the official was, you could tell he could not see that Hernandez was bobbling that ball as he stepped out of bounds. He still had not secured it until he was like 2 steps out of bounds, but it's 1st and goal. Unlucky there for the Bears. It would have been 4th and long. Instead, it's 1st and goal at the 4-yard line with a chance to tie this game up. And it's going to be Adair, and he is going to, it doesn't matter. It's another holding penalty. He was going to get down to about the 1-yard line. Instead, it's coming back. So the Beavers cannot stop from shooting themselves in the foot tonight with the penalties. Would have been 2nd and goal at worst from about the 1-yard line. Instead, it will be 1st and goal from out at the 14-yard line. So penalties have been the story of the night so far. And it'll be 1st and 14 with 6:17 left here in the first half. Adair off the right hip of the quarterback, Bauer, on 1st and goal from the 14. It's a handoff, and it's going to spin his way down to the 11, Driggs. It's either Driggs or Griggs, the overhead announcer just said. He's not wearing number 6. So Adair and Griggs, they're two main runners, and he gets 4 yards is all. It's still 2nd down and goal, but the ball's clear out at the 11-yard line. So 2nd and goal, ball at the 11. Griggs and Adair both in the backfield, about 2 yards off the hips of the quarterback Bauer, who's in shotgun. Here's the snap. Give this to Adair, and he's going to go off the left side. Cut it back up the middle. Touchdown. And he just followed his blocks, and the only man that had a chance to tackle him was standing at the 1 yard line, and Adair just lowered his head and forced his way into the end zone. Touchdown Beavers. They have a chance to tie it up if they go for 2 right here. Let's see. They kicked it the first time. Let's see if they got it. It looks like they're going to go for 2 this time. No, they are not. They're bringing out the kicking team. Down by 2 early in this game. They're going to go ahead. They missed the first PAT attempt. Bears are 2 for 2 on their PATs. American Falls 0 for 1. And we got a flag. And it's going to be offsides on against Bear Lake. Let's see if American Falls declines it and kicks it, or if they're going to accept it and go for it. They're going to accept it and go for it. When you only have to get 1.5 yards to get the 2-point conversion, you go for it. So American Falls will bring the kicking team off, put the offense back on, and let's see if they convert here, then that offsides penalty may end up costing the Bears a lead, because they would have had the lead no matter what after that play, because even if he makes the kick, the Bears would have still been up by 1. If they were tied after this play, then that offsides penalty cost the Bears the lead. 5:26 left. Darren Griggs, the running backs, Bauer, the quarterback. And offsides again. When it's at the 1.5 yard line, now it's not. It's inside the 1 at this point. So now you almost go under center and quarterback sneak it, because you're inside the 1 yard line. 2 feet to go. If they did the proper half the distance to the goal line each time, there should be 2 feet to go right here for the extra point. Because you start at the 3, then you go to the 1.5, which is just over 4 feet, and now you go to just barely over 2 feet. And they will go under center for this 2-point conversion attempt. And he is in. 2-point conversion is good. We're tied at 14. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both pre-operative and post-operative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
Here's Jared and Lisa and the SVI Sports crew with more live coverage of Bears football.
Both teams have had lightning strike on their favor. 77-yard touchdown run for the Beavers, a 40-plus yard touchdown return of an interception for the Bears, and then both teams have had long sustained drives for touchdowns, and we're tied at 14. It's been an entertaining first half, Nate.
Absolutely. Really, if you're a fan of offense so far, this first half has been for you. Bear Lake, slow, methodical drive, and then that pick six. Play of the game so far for Bear Lake, probably that pick six for Caden Anderson. And then if you're American Falls, penalties taking you out of a couple of drives, but still 14-14 after all of that. So both teams, I mean, it's all square still. So.
Number 6, Adair for the Beavers has scored both touchdowns. Number 9, Anderson for the Bears have scored both touchdowns. Birch and Namikos back deep to receive this kick, standing at their own 15. Standing at the 30, you've got Tafoya, Eborn, and Anderson, and then up. Nobody else back. Everybody else right up on the line, expecting another short, if not onside kick. We're waiting for something. And not sure what's going on. Looks like an American Falls coach is walking clear across the field to talk to one of the officials. I have no idea what we're waiting for here. And now the Bear Lake coaches are coming down to talk to the American Falls coach. Really not sure what's going on. The officials are just watching. We've got the American Falls athletic director and an American Falls coach, it looks like, walking over to the far side, and they've got the game stopped right now. The officials are standing there. Now they're gonna tee it up and kick off. So not sure what that was all about. But American Falls will kick off now in a 14-14 ball game. And this one is going to go deep, and Namikos is going to catch it inside of his own 10, turn it up the sideline, and be forced out of bounds. Oh, that could have been a late hit at the 13, 14, 15. They gave him the 15-yard line. Actually, that's the 20. I can read. At the 20-yard line. So an okay return there for Namikos. That's one that if you let it go, it might have gone out of bounds and given you a great field position, or it might have rolled dead and been a dangerous situation. So Namikos does what's best, catches it, returns it out to the 20, first down and 10 for the Bears at their own 20. They had a 95-yard drive on their last possession. They went 95 yards for the touchdown. Here's the snap, and it's a run for 1 yard. Thornton can't escape on that one, only gets one. He's had a couple big runs. That 24-yarder on third and 20 wasn't it? Was the big play on that last drive. That time he only gets 1 yard. So second down facing the Bears, second down and 9. What would be ideal if you're Bear Lake right here? Bear Lake gets the ball to start the second half. So they talk about the last 4 and the first 4. If the Bears can control this last 4, drive down the field, get a score here, come out, take the ball to start the second half, and have a sustained drive, that could go a long ways in this football game, in a tie football game, 14-14 with 4.5 minutes left. Man in motion is Thornton. Give is to the running back, and he's right up the middle. That is Namikos, and he's going to get first down yardage and more out to the 33-yard line. Namikos just spinning his way through, picks up another Phillips 66U save, first down out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offensive line for Bear Lake tonight has done a job. They're creating running lanes, and the running backs have been patient for the most part, been following their blocks, and good results all around. As the Bears come to the line, first and 10 at the 33-yard line. It is to Foya and Thornton, it looks like, to the far side. Anderson to the near side with Birch in the slot. Back to throw is Hume. He gets it out to Birch. Birch is forced out of bounds at the 39-yard line, though. Pick up at 6. Broxton Birch. And the Bears are keeping it simple tonight. It's just a simple pitch and catch going on for Hume, and he's been dang near perfect on his throws tonight. Just taking the short stuff, taking what the defense has given you, and marching methodically down the field. It'll be second down and 4 at the 39 with 3:54 left. Bears will have to have a little bit of urgency on this drive, but have plenty of time. Namikos and Thornton both in the backfield this time. It's Tafoya all alone to the near side. The give is to it's a keeper by Hume, and he's going to get a 1 yard. It was fumbled after he was down, and the ball came out, and American Falls tried to claim it was a fumble, but the referees are going to say, nope, he was down by contact. They'll put the ball down right at the 40. It'll be third down and 3, ball at the 40. Big play right here. The Bears would love to pick up the first down and keep this ball moving to end this first half. Not quite, I don't think, in 4-down territory, especially this late in the half. If you don't pick it up here, I think you punt it away and make them drive the length of the field. 3:12 left. Bears still in the huddle. They're going to have to hustle to get this play away. Big play, 3rd and 3. They got to get to the 43. The ball is right at the 40. Thornton and Namikos are the running backs. 2 wide receivers to either side now as Thornton moves out of the backfield. Hume rolling. He's got room, but he throws it instead. Caught. First down, Birch. And that's clear inside of American Falls territory down to the 47-yard line. That was one of those plays that if he would have wanted to run for the first down, he'd have picked it up easy. Instead, he throws it downfield to Birch, picks up the first down, moves into Beaver territory to the 47-yard line. His clock stops as Birch was tackled out of bounds. So with 2:47 left, the Bears in Beaver territory, 47-yard line. Nemikos, the lone running back, 2 wide receivers to either side. Nemikos off the right hip of Hume, who's back to pass. And he's just going to hit Birch on a short one, and Birch is going to be tackled, no gain this time.
Birch again on the reception for the Bears.
And again, the ball comes out at the end of the play, well after contact. Well after he was tackled, I should say, and was on the ground. Second down and 10, no gain on the play. Timeout taken by the Bears. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Time is called.
Ready, set, 12 days, 10 venues, 1 van. Client presentation starting in 4 minutes. Living your best midlife crisis. Rerouting. There's go in everything you do. That's why Phillips 66 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Visit You Save Phillips 66 in Montpelier for fuel, snacks, and more. Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure. Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Jared and Lisa and live coverage of Bear Lake football.
Second and 10 facing the Bears coming out of the timeout. 2:29 left in the first half. Bears inside Beaver territory at the 47-yard line after picking up a couple of Phillips 66 U-Saves first downs on this drive. And Jack Hume goes with the hard count. 5-yard penalty makes it 2nd down and 5. So Bears get 5 free ones right there. And that'll make it a little bit easier to pick up the first down. You'll only have to go 5 yards now instead of the full 10. Hume will get the play from Coach Houston Reynolds. It's kind of fun. I always kind of giggle when I see the ad that Dr. Reynolds runs during our timeouts, and you see Dr. Reynolds in the ad. You look down on the sideline and see Dr. Reynolds calling plays. Let's see what he's got dialed up on 2nd and 5 from the 42-yard line. Hume has got 2 running backs in the backfield with him, and he's going to throw it. He's got his man, Tafoya, down inside the 20. Tafoya down to the 18-yard line. Austin Tafoya with the nice catch. Way to hold on after the big hit. Gets the ball. That's another Phillips 66 U-Save first down. Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure. And you know what, Nate? That puts us inside of the Jacobson Mountain Air Blue Zone. Jacobson Mountain Air, for all your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Get a hold of Justin at Jacobson Mountain Air. The last time the Bears were here, Hume found Anderson for the touchdown.
Ball down the 18-yard line.
But as we go under 2 minutes to play in the half, Bears have it 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line of the Beavers. Hume back to pass. A little swing pass to Nemikos. He cannot make a man miss. He's tackled at the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 12 now. Nemikos had one guy to miss and could not make him miss. Well defended there by the Beavers. So clock ticking. We're down to under a minute and a half to play. And the Bears driving with 1:20 now left to go in the game. But they have it 2nd down and 12 at the 20.
2nd and 12.
Still two timeouts, so plenty of time. It's Hume. We'll call for the snap and give it right up the middle to Thornton, and he's not going to get much, maybe 1 yard, and then timeout taken very quickly by Bear Lake. So it'll be 3rd down and 11. 59 seconds left. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
59.
place with the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
3rd down and 11 at the 19-yard line for the Bears. 1 timeout left. We're under a minute. Hume rolling, throwing, incomplete. That's his first miss of the night. He had Anderson at the 10. Could have maybe picked up the first down. Probably wouldn't have scored there. Now 4th and 11 with 53 seconds left. Wiscombe's got a couple PATs tonight, but I'm not sure he's got the leg to make a 30-yarder. Actually be a 36-yarder at this point. So the Bears need to pick up some yardage here. Love to pick up a first down. Maybe even put it into the end zone on this 4th down now. 4th down and 11. And they need the 10.
4th and 11.
Sorry, inside the 10 to the 8 for the first down here, just inside the Jacobson Mountain Air blue zone. Back to pass. Hume gets it to his man, but he's not going to get there. Only to the 14-yard line, had to get to the 8, only got to the 14, so turnover on downs. The Bears squandered opportunity. Now with 47 seconds left, let's see how aggressive American Falls decides to be. They still have all of their timeouts left. So 47 seconds, 3 timeouts. It'll take some explosive plays, but it's possible.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's still possible. You've got to go out there if you're Bear Lake and play smart defense. Try to keep everything in bounds. Don't let them get out of bounds, stop the clock, make them use those timeouts as quick as possible.
So 1st and 10 for the Beavers. They just send 1 wide receiver to either side, 2 running backs in the backfield. And they give it to the running back at Dare. He's going to come down the sideline and be knocked out of bounds.
Comes to the near side, pushed out of bounds by number 24, Clayton Eborn.
So Clayton Eborn forces him out of bounds. Short gain. If he doesn't go out of bounds, that play would have been great for the Bear Lake Bears, as he only gained 7 yards. And that seems like a lot on first down, but not when there's only 41 seconds left in the half and you're at your own 20-yard line. So they still have 79 yards to go. It's 2nd down and 3. Ball at the 21. 41 seconds left in the game. Same formation, 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 wide receiver to either side. And the give this time is to Griggs, and he's going to find a hole, but he's not going to score, and he's going to be kept in bounds. And then there's a flag late, well after the play. Where it's thrown, it's either going to be holding or possibly some kind of illegal tackle. I didn't see a face mask. Oh, it's a holding. Yeah, I just saw the signal. It's holding on American Falls, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so they'll still gain some yardage. Let's see where they mark it. And it's going to go to the 22-yard line, so they'll gain 1 yard. It'll still be 2nd down. But the big thing is 8 seconds came off the clock for them to gain that 1 yard, and he was tackled in bounds, so the clock starts, and they're not to the line yet. Now timeout's going to have to be taken. 30 seconds left in the half. We'll take a 30-second break and be back right after this.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Karen and Lisa and live coverage of Bear Lake football.
33 seconds. If they can get the clock reset, we'll be on the clock as we come back to live play, but they're still trying to get the clock set properly. They're signaling up to put 33 seconds on. Now they've got it. And so the Beavers will have 33 seconds. They've got 78 yards to go after that holding penalty negated the first down, which would have been put them out near the 35.
Seconds and 3.
So at this point, if you're the Bears, you got to keep everything in front of you, nothing too big. And still watch for the run. They do have an explosive couple of running backs back there, and it is a reverse. And well played by the Bears. It's going to be a loss. Tyson Smith and Kaysen Warner. Torres took the reverse handoff. Clock's ticking down, under 15 seconds left now. I don't think American Falls is even going to bother running another play. Either that or they're going to wait till time's almost up, try one more trick play. As that trick play went for a loss. Great defense by the Bears. That's going to be the end of the first half. The Beavers will be content to go into halftime all tied up at 14. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and recap the first half right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
Live coverage of Bears football continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to recap the ads before I recap the game. So we saw so far in the game ads for Dr. Reynolds and Dr. Olson. Hope you never have to see either one of them, but if you do, Bear Lake has a couple of great new doctors in town. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital sponsors our scoreboard each and every night. You can count on them to care. And either one of those two new doctors would be happy to help you out. But like I said, you don't want to see either one of them because that means you're healthy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So apple a day, doctor away.
Well,
supposedly.
Dr. Olson's an orthopedic surgeon, so apples aren't going to help you.
An apple a day keeps any doctor away if you throw it hard enough.
Anyway, the Spirit Squad, they're the flag team and the marching band having senior night down here on the field as we watch the highlights of the first half. It's one of those things I keep forgetting about until I look down and then realize, hey, there's highlights going on. First half, let's just recap. We don't have stats. Lisa is under the weather, so we haven't been keeping stats tonight. But I can just tell you how the game started. And if you just joined us late and you're saying 14-14 on your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard, what a game. But the first 3 plays from scrimmage, so kickoff, and the Bear Lake Bear was injured on the kickoff. So we had a big break, about 5-minute delay after the opening kickoff before they were able to get him off the field. And the Beavers came out, ran first down for no gain, ran second down for 77 yards and a touchdown. And that's how the game started, 6-0, just 2 plays into the game, as the PAT was no good. The Bears come out, onside kick recovered by Bear Lake, And Bears have it 49-yard line. You're thinking great field position, just 51 yards from tying this game up. The very first play was an option pitch to Wiscombe. And Hume pitched it at the very last second before he got hit. And just as he pitched it, Wiscombe was getting hit, so Wiscombe never got it in cleanly. Fumble, American Falls football. A couple plays later, first down and 10 American Falls in Bear Lake territory. Bears looked to be in trouble. Just 3 plays into the game, they were already down by a touchdown and had turned the ball over, and it looked like it was going to be all American Falls. A few plays later, Bears force a punt. Great American Falls bounce. The Bears get the ball at their own 5-yard line, 95 yards away. And after the first possession, you had to wonder. And the Bears go 95 yards, methodically march down the field. Jack Hume shows a lot of maturity this year, from a lot of growth from the earlier in the season. Marched his team right down the field, hit every pass he threw right in the chest, and the receivers and the running backs were in sync. And Thornton had a big 24-yard run on a second down and long because of a penalty, and Bears tied the game up at 6-6. Caleb Wiscombe comes out, makes the extra point, gives them the lead, 7-6. And all of a sudden, Bear Lake's in a football game. Bear Lake kicks it away to American Falls. American Falls has their 3rd possession of the night. And 2 or 3 plays into that possession, Cason Warner lowers his head, drills the quarterback Bauer right in the chest as he released the ball. And as a result, it's a high floater. And Caden Anderson out there playing center field. Brings it in from his safety position, trots down the sideline, makes a couple men miss, and about a 45-yard touchdown return on the interception. And just like that, from what looked like a disaster start for Bear Lake, the Bear Lake Bears, after another made PAT by Caleb Wiscombe, were on the board. Caden Anderson with his 2nd touchdown. He caught 2 touchdown passes tonight, 1 from each quarterback. And it's 14-6, Bear Lake, just like that. Kickoff, and the American Falls Beavers said, okay, you have a long sustained drive, we can do that. They took the ball in the second quarter, midway through the second quarter, and they marched methodically down the field, capped off by an 11-yard touchdown run by Adair. So Adair has a 77-yard touchdown run and an 11-yard touchdown run for the Beavers. Anderson has 2 touchdown catches, 1 on offense, 1 on defense for the Bears. The Beavers were going to kick the extra point, and this could come back big in this game. If this game comes down to the wire, this could be the play of the game. The Beavers were content to kick the extra point and stay behind in the game. Even if they would have made it, it would have been a 14-13 lead for the Bears. Bears defense jumps offside, and the Beavers decide, okay, now we're only got 1.5 yards to go. We're going to go for it. Before they could even snap it, offsides again. Put them about 2 feet out, and at that point, the Beavers easily punched it in for the 2-point conversion, tied the game up at 14. The Bears marched right down the field, got it to the 18-yard line, 1st and 10 at the 18, could not convert, turned it over on downs to end the half, and that's where we are at. 14-14 with Bears receiving the second half kickoff.
Well, truthfully, Jared, I think that was a well-balanced half on both sides of the ball for the Bear Lake Bears. Coming into this game, heavy underdogs according to the spread. And in the first half of this game so far, they've showed fight on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. Clearly, that long, sustained touchdown drive led by Jack Hume. Phenomenal drive, like you said, probably one of the best drives Bear Lake's had all season. Really, he's orchestrated a great half of offense, and you might say, well, he's really only scored 7 points. The defense has scored 7 points as well, but when you consider how sustained of a drive he's had multiple times down the field, granted the one just before halftime stalls out, but that was another long, sustained drive, and that's what you need out of a young quarterback like that. You know, he's gaining experience, he's learning, he's growing, he's becoming a better player, and this offense is just becoming better as a whole. So through that first half, offensively, they looked really good. Defensively, obviously, that pick 6 by Caden Anderson, that's a phenomenal start. Really, besides the big play busted open at the beginning of the game, the long touchdown run for American Falls, defensively looked pretty stout. Obviously giving up, another touchdown after that, but really not giving up anything too crazy. Everything within reason. And if you keep playing like that, those 4-yard gains eventually turn into 1 to 2 yard losses, and you stop them 3 and out. So truthfully, both sides of the ball tonight, I've been very impressed with the Bears. They've looked phenomenal, I would say. Even special teams showing up tonight, a couple extra points. No punts so far in this game that I remember, besides the American Falls punt. at the second drive of the game. But really kind of a fun game to watch. Decent amount of scoring, both teams in it, fighting hard. It's going to be a fun second half, Jared.
It's interesting. You say you only scored one touchdown on the one drive for the Bear Lake offense, but they only had the ball 3 times.
Yeah.
One of those was a fumble on the very first play. So the Bears really have only had 2 possessions, and in those 2 possessions they have the long 95-yard touchdown drive, and then the other drive that went 60 yards and then stalled out on 4th down at the 15. So, the Bears have moved the football well. In my mind, I can only remember 1 incompletion on the night for Jack. That's a great first half. And, Bears have not yet punted. They have forced a turnover, and they have scored on defense. I agreed. And especially coming into this game, as big underdogs as the Bears were, going in at halftime 14-14 is a phenomenal start for Bear Lake, especially after the way the game initially started out with the fumble on that first offensive play for Bear Lake.
Well, I think, honestly, going into the second half, if you're the Bear Lake Bears, if we're talking keys to the second half, I think you've just got to keep up that pace, because you know that American Falls locker room right now is probably having a long talk about how they were heavy favorites in this game and they should be up by more points, and that's just what they're going to talk about, but that doesn't matter at the end of the day. You've got to embrace that underdog role. We've talked about that many times throughout our years. Just come out here, play strong, play gritty football, and so far in the first half, they've done that. They've just got to maintain that, find a nice balance. Defensively, just got to lock down. Really a phenomenal half. If they can keep that up in the second half, I honestly like their chances in this game.
Speaking of underdogs, Utah State is playing like one today. They're down 31-7.
Close game.
Yeah. So not a good game going on for the Utah State Aggies. UNLV has the ball late in the second half, and they're already up. Late in the second quarter, and they're already up by a score of 31-7. So not. We talked about that one pregame, though. That doesn't surprise anybody.
Well, truthfully, though, UNLV is an interesting deal. Congratulations to the Runnin' Rebels, obviously. Not necessarily a football school, typically a basketball school, and football has kind of been the back burner recently. Had some things come up with some NIL deals, had their quarterback leave, had a running back leave, had some people leave, but they fought through all of that adversity. Still a phenomenal football team. They deserve all this success that they're having because they've gone through a lot. If you're a UNLV fan, you've seen a lot of mediocre to subpar seasons. So every win you get, you got to enjoy it. So congratulations to their fans even. I have nothing against UNLV, so I'm not surprised. Utah State, unfortunately, if you keep up with ESPN, they're a consistent bottom 10 dweller, which is not good for my fandom. But we're more of a basketball school. That's what I'm going to say.
It's a tough year so far for the Aggies. Do you know who's not having a rough year? The Bear Lake volleyball team.
Yeah, phenomenal.
You want to see some phenomenal volleyball. Come on out tomorrow night. Just a couple milestones that we're getting close to for a couple Bear Lake players. First of all, Bears are ranked #1 in the state. I'll just say that to start off. They just won the academic state championship. So great thing going on there. Congratulations to them on that. And they host to Marsh Valley tomorrow night. And there's 2 Bear Lake Bears that are very close to career milestones. Brindley Birch, very close to 1,000 career kills, which is phenomenal. And Sadie Shaw, very close to, if not already there, for 1,000 career digs. And that's why the Bears are doing well, those 2 and many others. The Bears are a very balanced team this year. And come on out and watch them. You got nothing else to do on a Saturday night in the late fall in Bear Lake. It's after the sun goes down, so you're not hunting tomorrow night. Be in the gym and watch this team. Academic state championship is in their back pocket. Their next step is looking for the district title. If they win tomorrow night, they secure no worse than a tie for the district regular season championship and would host districts. And why I'm talking about teams and state championships, we got 2 other state championships already in the back pocket.
Yeah,
academic state champions for the boys and girls, both cross country teams as well as the volleyball team. So that's a big shout out to the staff and to the coaches and to the administrators and everybody at the high school. 3 of the 4 fall sports. No, I'm not patting myself on the back, Nate. So
it has nothing to do with that. it all comes down to, obviously, student first, athlete second.
Yeah.
Phenomenal group of kids, and obviously smart kids as well. I remember when I played for the golf team a few years back, we won an academic state championship, and we all went up to state collectively, with your son included. We all knew we didn't have a chance in competing for an actual state championship, so to walk out of there with any trophy felt really good. I was holding that bad boy. You seen the picture of Michael Jordan with the trophy, and he's over here or Kobe too with the trophy. Yeah, I felt like that the whole bus ride home. So some sort of hardware. It's always fun to know that you're going to take something back home with you.
Yeah, and the football team is the only team that did not win the academic state champions. They were the academic state champions a couple of years ago, so they've done well as well. But awesome for the girls cross country, boys cross country, and volleyball, all three securing the academic state championships for the fall of fall sports seasons. So good job to them. Well, they put the Martindale 3 up.
Oh.
You know what that means. We got time for another break. 2 minutes before kickoff. We'll take those 2 minutes, and we'll be back with the second half kickoff right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service. Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier. Online at bearlakedental.com. Or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
I'm Ben Olson. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and just joined Bear Lake Memorial. I'm originally from here in Bear Lake, graduated in 1997, went to undergrad in Pocatello at Idaho State, went to med school in Missouri, residency in Ohio, practiced in Northeastern Oregon for the last 11 years. I'm excited to come back home. You kind of grow up doing a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking and hunting and fishing, and that's kind of what we would do as a family. Now, as your kids get older, your life is focused around them, so then you chase them around with all their sporting activities, and that's been a lot of fun. Probably the thing I love the most is taking somebody that can't find relief and offering them a surgical alternative and seeing the change that can happen. My goal for my patients is to earn your trust and take you through that journey and offer them some relief from what they're suffering from.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Bears football on the SVI Sports Network.
Namikos and Birch back but deep for the Bears to receive the second half kickoff. The normal returners, Anderson and Tafoya, are up shallow, and it's going to go to Tafoya at the 28-yard line. He tries to go up the middle, gets right to the 30, and is tackled. So a high, almost more like a punt on the height there, kick that comes down to the 28, and so Tafoya returns it to the 30. And it's 1st and 10 Bears at their own 30. So we talked about before the half, you win the last 4 minutes, you win the first 4 minutes. Well, the Bears won the last 4 minutes in that they ran the clock out without – they would have liked to score, but they at least ran the clock out, did not give American Falls a chance to run the clock out. Now let's see if they can win the first 4 minutes of the second half. And the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard to start the second half, if you're just joining us, 14-14. We're all tied up, so this is a – 2 quarters left to decide this game, and that first play is going to go nowhere. Wiscombe right back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all, as he's met by – actually, no, that was not Wiscombe. That's Namikos. And Namikos was the running back on that. Wiscombe's over on the sideline, stretching out. Looks like a hamstring over there. Hopefully he's able to come back in. He hasn't been in on offense in a few series. He has still been out there defensively, I believe. Second down and 10 for the Bears at their own 30-yard line to start this second half of play. Anderson and Birch to the far side, to Foya and Thornton to the near side. And again, the handoff. Nope, it's a quarterback keeper. Took it out into Miko's belly and dived forward for just a yard on the option handoff. That's one of those options. If he thinks that Nemikos can make something of it, he lets him have it. If he doesn't, he keeps it himself, and that's what he did that time. Dove forward, only got a yard. So it's 3rd down and 9 here on the opening possession of the first half for the Bear Lake Bears. You're not in 4-down territory, so passing down here, far side, Anderson and Birch. Near side, Tafoya and Thornton. And in the backfield is still Nemikos. Back to pass is Hume. Going deep, he's got his man Tafoya. And incomplete. Tafoya turned to the outside. The ball was over his inside shoulder. He almost still brought it in there. Hernandez broke it up. That would have been a big gainer down to about the 30 of the Beavers. But instead, it just goes for long incompletion. And on 4th down and 9, the Bears will forced to punt it away. They only picked up 1 yard in 3 plays. Back to punt is Thornton, so Wiscombe is not in there even on the punt, so he must, whatever is bothering his leg must be a little bit more severe. Thornton gets it away, decent kick, and it's going to take a Bear Lake bounce. Great bounce down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line, so great kick. It's a 23-33, 42-yard kick. Not bad. 42-yard kick there by Thornton to kind of flip the field a little bit. And the Beavers start at their own 27-yard line. Bears unable to pick up a first down on their first possession. Did take 2 minutes off the clock. And the Beavers have their first possession of the second half. They had 3 first-half possessions, scored 2 touchdowns. Well, 3 touchdowns, but one of them was for Bear Lake. And a punt, so I actually had 4. So 2 touchdowns, a punt, and an interception on the 4 possessions in the first half for the Beavers. And then the one that ended on downs right before the half. Ended at the half. Grigg up the middle for 6 yards on first down. 2nd down and 4. Ball's out now to the 33-yard line. Farmer makes the tackle for Bear Lake. In fact, they only give him 5, so make it 2nd down and 5 for the Beavers. Griggs and
2nd and 4
has been one of the featured running backs. Adair, the other one. They're both right off the hips of Bauer on 2nd and 4. It's been the running game for the Beavers, the passing game for the Bears. That time the run's not going anywhere. A whole bevy of Bears. Is that what it is, a bevy of Bears? Flock of Bears? Host of Bears?
I don't know, but I've never heard bevy, so good work. That's one that I even haven't came up with.
A 2-yard loss is a bevy of Bears, led by Farmer and Warner. Stopping for a 2-yard loss. Back to the 31. He's got to get to the 37 for the first down. So 3 minutes into the second half. Neither team been able to do much offensively here in the second half. And 3rd and 7. You're not in 4-down territory, you would think, as they're inside their own 31-yard line. Adair and Griggs, the running backs. The give is to Adair, and he's going to break free. And that's got to be a hold. They don't call it. Yeah, they did. It's coming back. And that was an obvious hold. He goes clear down to the 38-yard line of the Bear Lake Bears, but it's going to come back. It was a very obvious hold in the open field. That flag was thrown at the 45, so he will still gain yardage, and it'll still be 3rd down because it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It'll move it back to the 35. And it'll be 3rd down and 2. And that one was obvious. There was only 3 people there. The running back who had the ball, the blocker, and the defender, and it was very obvious that the hold was going on. So still a positive gain if you're the Beavers, and it's now 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 5. Actually, no, it was 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 2, They gained 4 yards even with the penalty, but they would have been cleared down deep inside Bear Lake territory. Instead, they're backed up and have 3rd and 2 at the 35-yard line. Adair and Grigg, the running backs, they've gone all the way back there. Bauer, the quarterback, and the running game has been their bread and butter. Let's see if on 3rd and 2 that's what they do, and it's going to be a false start. 3rd and 2 becomes 3rd and 7. The Pink Hankies have been a big thing tonight, and because it is October, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the officials have gone with pink flags tonight instead of yellow, and we've seen them a lot. And that one could hurt the Beavers as they had a 3rd and very short. Now they got 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 at their own 30, so you're probably not 4-down territory. If you don't pick up at least 6.5 of those 7 yards right here, you most likely punt the ball away, which they've only done once on the night. 3rd and 7. Adair and Grigg, the running backs. Back to pass is Bauer. He's got his man, and he breaks the tackle. He's hit as he catches it. If he could have kept his feet, he'd have gone. Torres holds on, and it is a first down out across the 40 to the 44-yard line. So he needed the 37 for the first down. He gets to the 44. Big pickup. And that one was nearly knocked away, but he caught it, held on. He got hit hard as he caught it. Did not immediately go down, but stumbled, couldn't keep his feet, or he would have scored easily, as no Bear Lake Bear was anywhere near Torres on that one. 1st and 10 now at the 44-yard line. Give is to Adair, and he is going to go nowhere. Gains a yard is all. It's kind of been an all and nothing or nothing for the Beavers on the running game. They either pick up big yardage or nothing, and there's not a lot of 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's either stop for a very short or no gain, or 25, 30 yards downfield on those running plays. Talk about methodical. Haven't even got to midfield yet. Bears' first possession was a punt. The Beavers aren't even to midfield, and we're already halfway through the quarter. These teams keeping it primarily on the ground have run a lot of clock on their possessions. 2nd down and 9, ball at the 45-yard line. Adair and Grigg, the running backs. Give us to Grigg, and he is going to be met in the backfield by Thornton, who fought off his block, and he's going to lose 2 yards. So 2nd and 9 becomes 3rd and 11. And Thornton, what an amazing play. He was getting held, it looked like, and he fought off that block and made the tackle, and then a bunch of other Bear Lake Bears came in and helped him out to finish it off. 3rd and 11, Bears making a defensive stand here, most likely a passing situation. Hume will come on, and Eborn will come off and give the Bears an extra defensive back, a safety in for a linebacker there. 3rd and 11, 2 wide receivers, including the dangerous Adair, go to the far side. Grigg still the running back in the backfield. Bauer with 5:20 left in the 3rd quarter takes the snap, back to pass. He gets it away, and Jack Hume, had the pick. They call, what are they going to call? Two officials called it pass interference on the defense. Oh, no, they call it on Bears. How? How'd they call the pass interference on Bear Lake? Hume was catching the ball.
And it will be pass interference on the Bears.
They had to have called that on the defensive back. Hume came over from the safety position and almost had the interception. And yet they call pass interference on Bear Lake. So they must have caught the corner for the pass interference. 15-yard penalty, first down into Bear Lake territory to the 42-yard line. So that was a big play. Almost an interception. At the very least, you were going to force the punt on 4th and 11. Instead, it's a 1st and 10 for the Beavers inside Bear Lake territory at the 42-yard line with 5:14 left here in the 3rd quarter. So Grigg and Adair are back in the backfield next to Bauer. And Bauer is back to pass. He's going to just swing it out to Grigg, and he is going to lose half a yard. And that was a great tackle in the open field there by Anderson coming up from the Actually, I think it was number 6, not number 9. So it's Topham, not Anderson. Anderson's on this near side of the field. That was Topham on the far side of the field that made that great open field tackle for no gain. 2nd down and 10. Well-designed play there, but just well defended by Topham, who made a great open field tackle. We're under 4.5 minutes left in this third quarter by the time they snap this ball on 2nd and 10. 2 wide receivers now to the near side, 1 to the far side, 2 running backs in the backfield. Adair and Grigg. Here's the snap. Give is to Grigg, and he's going to gain about 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. So we are in 4-down territory now, down to the 37-yard line. They got to get to 32. So I guess we'll call it a 5-yard game. Tyson Smith making the tackle for Bear Lake. And the Bears are hardly even respecting the receivers now. Thornton goes out just enough that the quarterback has to stay with his run play, and then as soon as this ball is snapped, he leaves his receiver wide all alone and goes in and helps out with the tackle there. Bears aren't even respecting the receivers in these formations now on most of these plays, as almost every play is a handoff to either Grigg or Adair out of the backfield. 3rd and 5 coming up now for the Beavers. Here's the snap, and the give is to Adair, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Topham, the first one to hit him. Loss of 5 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 10. Topham knocked his feet out from underneath him, and Warner was there to finish him off. And a big loss there. And the punt unit comes on 4th and 10. Out to the 42. If they would have gained some positive yardage there instead of losing 5, they'd probably go for it. Instead, they're going to punt it away. We've gone 9 minutes of this third quarter, and we got 2 punts is all, as the clock has continued to run, and neither team has been able to do much offensively. Here's the snap for the punt. Gets it away, and Anderson's going to let it go into the end zone. Great result there for the Bears, as they'll get it at the 20. So only 22 yards gained on the change of possession there for the Beavers. That's one where you feel like you probably have to punt it away. And I just got a texter helping me out, Nate. It's either a pack, group, or sloth of Bears. I still like Bevy. But pack of Bears made that tackle on that play. 1st and 10 Bears at their own 20-yard line on their second possession here of the second half in a 14-14 ball game on your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Tafoya, the near side receiver. Anderson on the far side. Everybody else in tight. Here's the snap. It's fumbled, picked up, given to Thornton, who's going to lose yardage. The timing was off on that play as the snap was bobbled, and Hume was lucky to pick it up and still make the handoff cleanly. And 2-yard loss on the play. When you have those bad snaps, those bobbled snaps, it throws the timing off of the whole play. I think Thornton had a hole initially, but it was bottled up by the time he got the handoff. So a short loss. In the second half, the Bears now are at -1 yard. They only gained 1 on their first possession. They've now lost 2 here on this second possession. So here in the third quarter, Bears offense has a -1 yard so far. 2nd down now and 12. Here's the snap. Back to pass is Hume, and it was long for Birch or short for Tafoya, depending on how you want to look at it, and falls incomplete. There were 3 Bear Lake Bears in the general area, and the ball was kind of in between them all and just falls incomplete. 3rd and 12. Clock stops with 1:55 left here in the third quarter. Bears in a battle. A defensive touchdown for the Bears, a lightning strike play for the Beavers, getting the 77-yard touchdown. The rest of the game has been kind of a defensive battle, with each team getting one sustained drive to score their other touchdown. 3rd and 12. Facing the Bears passing situation, Thornton and Anderson, the near side receivers. Tafoya on the far side. Namikos is the running back in the backfield. Hume. And it's a screen pass that's nearly picked off. Well defended. It was intended for Namikos. The Bears are lucky they get to punt this ball away. That should have been a pick, and it might have been a pick 6. It sat on the helmet for a few seconds of the defender. So Adair and Griggs, very dangerous, will be the 2 returners. And it looks like, is that Anderson back to punt? So Wiscombe is in there on defense, but he's not playing offense or special teams on these last few series. So great punt, and Adair is going to be forced to just let it go. And again, a great Bear Lake bounce goes inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. If you're Bears, you got to like that. With 1:36 left in the third quarter, the Beavers take over at their own 39-yard line. So the Bears have not got a lot going offensively here in the second half, but been able to flip the field with the punts and keep the Beavers backed up, force a punt themselves. It's been a defensive battle, Nate.
Truthfully, yeah, defensive struggle in the second half. But, honestly, if you're Bear Lake, you're happy with this. Just keep playing stout defense, and the points will come eventually. Just got to keep working.
If you're the underdog, which the Bears were a big underdog coming into this game, this is the ideal situation to be in a tie ball game deep in the third quarter as the
1:36 left in the third quarter.
Beavers come to the line, and everybody in tight except for one man, only one running back in the backfield. That is Grigg off the right hip of Bauer. And he's going to roll, look to pass. He's going to Adair, and Adair down the sideline, and he's tackled out of bounds near the 50, gets 11. And his uniform is just tattered as it got ripped on the one play, but he gains 11 on the little screen pass. He was kind of lined up in a bevy of Beavers. They lined three receivers up kind of in the slot all together. He was one of them, comes out into the flat. And when he gets the ball and turns upfield, he lowers his head and he moves. He's got a lot of speed and a lot of power. Picks up 11 on that play with 1:28 left in the first half. Ball right at midfield. Two wide receivers to the far side, one to the near side. Adair and Grigg are the running backs in the backfield off each hip of Bauer, the quarterback, who's in shotgun. Here's the snap. Give is to Grigg. He's going to bounce it to the outside, and wow. Between Topham and Wiscombe, Grigg felt that one. He does get credit for gaining a yard, but wow, what a hit. Those two took him down, and only a 1 yard gain. It looked like he had some space, tried to use the speed to get to the outside, and the closing speed of Topham, and then Wiscombe came in to help finish him off. And it brings up 2nd down and 9 now from the 49. We're under a minute to play in the third quarter. Bears yet to pick up a first down in the quarter. The Beavers drove in their first possession, but had to punt it away from their own 40, from the 43. Now they're facing 2nd and 9 right at midfield at the 49-yard line as we go under 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. And the give is to Grigg, and he is going to get through a hole, but not gain a whole lot. He is going to be tackled at the 46-yard line. Tyson Smith makes the tackle. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. That might be the last play of the third quarter. It's going to be. The American Falls coaches are waving their kids over. They're going to let it run out. We'll take a 60-second break. Be back with the fourth quarter in a tie ball game right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
Ready, set, 12 days, 10 venues, 1 van. Client presentation starting in 4 minutes. Living your best midlife crisis. Rerouting. There's go in everything you do. That's why Phillips 66 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Visit You Save Phillips 66 in Montpelier for fuel, snacks, and more. Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
Here's Jared and Lisa and the SVI Sports crew with more live coverage of Bears football.
We're in the fourth quarter, 14-14. You know what the play of the game so far is, Nate? What? It's got to be the offsides on the extra point attempt because the Beavers were content to let the Bears keep the lead. And the offsides forced them to go for 2. They got it, and that's why we're tied instead of the Bears having a 1-point lead. Grigg goes right up the middle and gets the first down. He goes to the 39. He needed the 40 for the first down. He gets to the 39. Wiscombe makes the tackle, but not before a first down pickup for Grigg. And as the clock ticks here in the fourth quarter in a tie ball game, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital sponsoring our scoreboard tonight and every night on the SVI Sports Network. And that scoreboard shows Bear Lake tied at 14 in what's been an entertaining ball game, as the Beavers have controlled the second half but have not been able to get inside the 35-yard line as of yet. Knock on some wood. And so we're still tied as we were at the end of the first half. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Adair and Grigg are the running backs in the backfield. This is a run-heavy team. The offensive line making some adjustments pre-snap. Here's the snap. It's low. He picks it up, and now he's scrambling. And it's going to be a sack for a big loss. Bauer clear back inside of Bear Lake territory, and then there is a late hit downfield. They're going to come way back. They mark him down to the 48, so that's a loss of 12. So 49, so loss of 12. And there's some unnecessary roughness downfield as one of the Beavers players took out Wiscombe about 20 yards away from the play. And if that moves him back another 15, that's exactly what it's going to be. Personal health, face mask, and so 15 yards on the end of the run. So it'll be second down and essentially Boise.
My calculations say second down and 37.
Yeah, they lost 12 on the play, so that would make it second down and 22. And then you'd add the 15 yards on to the end because a personal foul does not, it goes from the end of the run. So second down and 37. The Beavers are going to be clear back inside of their own 40 at their own 36-yard line. And to get a first down, they got to get to the Bear Lake 29. And it's second down because the down counts. So second down and 37 yards to go. Big. That one was a disaster from the start for the Beavers. The low snap caused the sack, and Bauer trying to get away. He kept running further backwards and lost 12 on the play, and then you throw the face mask penalty down on top of it. And now the Beavers backed up inside their own 35-yard line. They got to get to the Bear Lake 29 for the first down. And the give is to Grigg, and he is going to go very short yardage, gain of 2. On second and 37, he gets 2. Keach makes the tackle for Bear Lake. The Bear Lake defensive line has had themselves a night. Have really contained the running backs for the most part. Every once in a while, they'll get into the open field. But for the most part, Bears have been doing a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage defensively. It's either big plays or no plays for the Beavers. And right now, they need a big play. I'd say they got to pick up 35 yards just to make this a reasonable fourth down play. So third down and forever facing the Beavers. They're at their own 36. They got to get to the Bear Lake 29. Bauer back to pass. And he's going to go deep. And that one's just over the head, out of bounds, incomplete. And Tafoya was right with Hernandez step for step. If that ball would have been well thrown, Tafoya could have easily knocked it away. Let's see. He's got to get a good punt to get back to the first down.
Well, I mean, going back to that third down play call, I like that play call there if you're American Falls. Play a little aggressive, try to gain as much yards as possible, even if that lands inbounds and it's picked off. It's kind of an arm punt situation. With that being said, ball falls incomplete, and now you're in an interesting situation where you really do have to punt it a long ways to flip the field, if you will.
So the Bears have a chance to get the ball in decent field position. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. And it's going to be an end-over-ender, and it's going to take a little bit of an American Falls bounce, but go out of bounds at the 32-yard line. So the Bears are going to have decent field position, their best field position of the second half. With 9:32 left in the fourth quarter, the Bears are -1 yard in the second half. On their first possession, they gained 1. On their second possession, before they punted away, they lost 2. So second half, Bears have done nothing offensively. Second half, the Beavers were probably at about 0 yards as well because of all the lost yards on that last possession. Pretty much negated any yards they had gained. So in the second half, it's just been a defensive battle. We are 14 and a half minutes into the second half, and total of about 20, 25 yards gained total by both teams combined.
Well, it's funny. In the first half, we were saying it was a good half to be a sponsor with all the commercial breaks, too. And then in the second half, the clocks just ran. Tale of two halves. The first half, relatively slow. The second half, speeding up rapidly.
Yeah, the Bears have kept it on the ground for the most part in the second half. The Beavers are a running team all the way. And so with 9.5 minutes left to go in the game, 14-14, Bears have the ball at their own 32-yard line as their official took care of something down the end zone. Not sure what was going on. And now we're back to action. Thornton goes in motion and a false start.
And flanks him out from the far side.
As one of the wide receivers for the Bears got himself a head start on the play. It was going to be a wide receiver screen, and it just is going to be a 5-yard loss. So first down and 15 now as the Bears are minus 6 yards total in the second half now with that penalty, as they were -1 going into the play. Lost 5 because of the penalty. So the Bears offense going the wrong way in the second half. Credit the Beaver defense, made some adjustments, and they have pretty much dammed up the line of scrimmage. See what I did there, Nate?
Yeah.
In the second half, yeah.
Yeah, good work. I'm really proud of you.
Clock.
You. Hold on.
Clock ticking. We're at 9:10 left in this game. 14-14 ball game. First and 15 for the Bears. And back to pass. And it's intercepted. And the Bears are lucky he fell down. Adair goes up high, and there's what could be the game-changing moment as Adair goes up high. He intercepts that ball that was intended for Birch. And the Bears are lucky he fell because I don't think Birch even knew the ball had been thrown and was continuing to run his pattern downfield. Adair went up high, caught it, and stumbled as he came down. And so the ball will be at the 38-yard line. He would have been off to the races down the sideline if he stays on his feet on that one. 9 minutes left in the game, and all of a sudden the Beavers are in business at the 33-yard line of the Bears. And not the way you wanted that possession to go if you were a Bear Lake Bear. First and 10 Beavers on the Bear Lake 33. Bauer has Adair and Grigg with him in the backfield. And he's going to give it to Adair, who's going to dance his way forward, keep his feet moving, and drag the entire Bear Lake defense, it seems like, for a 7-yard gain. He was met for a 1-yard gain, and he turned it into a 7-yard gain, just using his legs and his power clear down to the 26-yard line, second and a long 3, maybe call it 4, for the Beavers with 8.5 minutes left to go in the game.
After the 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Adair and Bauer, the running backs again. One wide receiver to the other side, Power to the here to the left. The give is to left. Is to Adair. He'll come left, and he'll be tripped up this time. And he's not going to gain much. I think that's Wiscombe. Yep, Wiscombe making the ankle tackle. Caught him in the backfield. In fact, he loses a yard. Wiscombe came from the outside linebacker position, grabbed his ankles in the backfield, and he couldn't get away that time. Loses a yard, 3rd and a long 4 now. They didn't give him a full 1-yard loss, but they did move the chain back a little bit. So with 7:50 left in the game, it's 4-down territory if you're the Beavers now. You don't punt it away from here unless there's a big loss on the play. Grigg will be the lone running back. Adair goes into the slot. They like to throw that little swing pass in this situation. Power to the left this time. And it's going to be a reverse. And he's going to lose big yards. Emmett Topham was not fooled. Topham tackles him for about 7-8 yard loss. They're marking clear back at the 37-yard line. Instead of 4th and short or even first down, Adair's thrown for the big loss. It's now 4th and 14, call it almost 15 yards to go. What do, Nate? You're at the 37-yard line, but you're 14 yards from a first down. You got to. It's passing.
I would go for it. Put your best pass play out there if I'm American Falls. Bear Lake. Obviously, just got to make one stop, but American Falls, I mean, you just made a stop from about the same yard marker, so you've got to have faith in your defense, I would say.
So after the interception, the Beavers have actually lost yardage, and now timeout taken with 6:38. We'll take it with them on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
You're watching Bear Lake football on the SVI Sports Network.
It's 14-14 late in the fourth quarter. 6.5 minutes left in the game. Beavers took a timeout. They're looking at 4th and 14, but they're not really in a punt situation. You don't gain much from a punt. The last time they punted it from near this yardage, about another 5 or 6 yards back, it went into the end zone. So they didn't gain much. And late in the game, 4th and 14, they're going to go for it and try to pick up the first down. Bears need a stop right here. Greg will be the running back. 2 wide receivers to either side. The slot on receiver on the near side is Adair. Very dangerous. And here we go. This could be one of the biggest plays of the game. In fact, it is the biggest play of the game to this moment. And whistles blew just before the snap. Not sure what that was about. And if you're Bauer right now, you're looking at Adair being unguarded in the slot formation. The Bears got a man deep on him. He's not completely unguarded, but not a man on the line of scrimmage. So 4th down and 14. Here's the snap. Pass is deep. It's way over anybody's head. Incomplete. Some pressure in the backfield delivered by the Bears. I think that's Logan Keach and Brent Thompson that were back in the backfield that time for the Bears, putting on the pressure. Forced him to throw it into double coverage. Nobody was open. It's incomplete. It's Bear Lake football. So the interception by Jack Hume does not hurt. And the Bears have the ball with 6.5 minutes left to go in the game. Second half, Bears offense has been stagnant, would be a term that is a little bit too generous to the Bears offense in the second half. 3 possessions, they've gone -7 yards and an interception in that time. So 1st and 10, Bear Lake at their own 37, but a drive right here could get them the victory tonight in American Falls. Hume's pass is caught. Anderson's unable to break the tackle. He'll go down after a short gain. He'll gain 2. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. Positive yardage. 1 man to beat, but it was a great open field tackle. Very sure tackle as he just wrapped him up, made sure he didn't get away. And it is 2nd down and 8 facing the Bears, but the ball moves out to the 39-yard line. At the very, very least, the Bears would love to see this. I'd love to see a bunch of time tick off this clock as we go under 6 minutes, and the Bears move the ball, pick up a couple of those Phillips 66 U-Save first downs, and force a long field for the Beavers. Thornton on the... And there's going to be a hold. This is coming back. 2 flags. 2 referees saw it. It was going to be a first down pickup for Thornton. He was going to gain about 9 yards. He needed 8, but there was 2 flags. Obvious hold. And that'll be 10 yards from the previous spot. So it'll be 2nd down and 2nd down and 18. As you could hear the fans yelling, holding, and 2 pink hankies hit the field. And it is now 2nd down and very long for the Bears. 2nd down and 18. Ball goes back to the 29-yard line. Clock ticking. Bears are taking their time. And the clock is, when you're the underdog on the road, the clock's in your favor if it's ticking down in a tie ball game this late in the game. 5:27 left. And Jack Hume still has not brought the play in from the sideline. The Bears are going to just take a timeout with 5:22 left. We'll take it with them on the SVI Sports Network.
Ace is the place for the helpful hardware, folks. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware, folks. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware, folks. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
You can take your time. I was telling you, you didn't need to come straight back because they hadn't set the raw ball ready for play. But it is 2nd down and 18 for the Bears. And the give on the inside handoff is going to go for short gain. Nice effort there, second effort there, third effort there even by Namikos. No, that is Wiscombe back in the game. And he fights his way forward. Torres makes the tackle. He's out to the 32. The Bears need to get to the 47 for the first down. So it'll be 3rd and 15. If I'm Bear Lake here, I don't know. If you throw the ball and you don't get the first down, you stop the clock, but that might not be a bad thing if you hope your defense can hold and get it back. If you play conservative, keep it on the ground, the clock goes under 4 minutes probably by the time that you punt the ball away on 4th down, and you're playing for the tie. So do you keep it on the ground and play for the tie, or do you go to the air and go for the win? Timeout is going to be taken. The Bears want to talk about it. 4:24 left. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wade, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
Live coverage of Bears football continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
3rd and 15 facing the Bears. Hume back to pass. He's got his man for the first down. It's Anderson right out the marker. He's going to get it. That is another Phillips 66 U-save first down, and that one is big. Anderson right at the first down marker, needed 15. He got 16. They give him the 48, and the Bears move the chains. Phillips 66 U-save. Where your convenience is our pleasure. Another first down. That was a big one. Clock is now going to run under 4 minutes. And more importantly, the Bears get the ball near midfield and have a chance. In the 14-14 game, under 4 minutes left. Hume with the handoff to Wiscombe. Wiscombe tries to bounce to the outside, now cuts up the middle. He's going to make his way through the hole for 3.5 yards. About 3.5 yards inside of Beaver territory. They're going to mark him just inside the 49. So give him 3. And clock ticking. 3:36. If you're the Bears right here, you like the idea of either score or run out the clock and go to overtime.
2nd and 6 now.
2 wide receivers to the far side. Topham, the lone wide receiver to the near side. 2 running backs in the backfield. It is Namikos and Wiscombe. Actually, Thornton. And Thornton's going to be the ball carrier. He's following his block. He's got the corner. 40, 35, out of bounds. And then they're going to call a horse collar tackle. 15 yards going to go on to the end of that one. Bears are in business. That was good for another Phillips 66 U-save. First down, and it is a horse collar tackle at 15 yards to the end of the run. That'll put the ball down at the 16. So with that, U-save first down. It'll put the ball in the Jacobson Mountain Air blue zone. The Bears in the blue zone with 3:10 left in the game and a chance to pull off the upset tonight in American Falls. And a great run there by Thornton. horse collar tackles. He went out of bounds, moves the ball down to the 16-yard line. Bears, with 3:10 left, have a 1st and 10 at the Beaver 16. Jacobson Mountain Air. For all your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley, call Justin at Jacobson Mountain Air. Quarterback keeper, Hume up the middle. 5, 3, 2, 1. He's down at the 1-yard line. That's good for another Phillips 66. You say first down. Nice run by quarterback, sophomore Jack Hume. They mark him down. It'll be 1st and goal inside of the 2-yard line for the Bear Lake Bears. Clock stopped while they reset the chains at 3:02. And the Bears quickly to the line. Hume is trotting in. They still haven't started the clock. I'm not sure why. Hume will go under center, 3:02 left. And they still haven't started the clock. Hume's waiting for the clock to run, and it's not. Handoff, touchdown Bears! Caleb Wiscomb trots into the end zone. Bears take the lead. And with 2:57 left, Bears up by a score of 20-14. PAT pending. Wiscomb is 2 for 2 on the night for the PAT, but it looks like the Bears are going to keep the offense on the field and go for 2. And a chance to pad this lead right here. So Caleb Wiscomb with the run after the big run on first down for Jack Hume, who took it down to the 2-yard line. Wiscomb took it in. No, they are going to... Oh, no, Wiscomb's going to line up in the backfield as the running back. But he was back there like he was in kick formation. They bring Eborn in late. 2:57 left. And they're going to adjust the clock here. The clock should have been running when it was at 3:02 after the ball was reset and it didn't run. Not sure what time they're going to put on it. 2:47, so they took an extra 10 seconds off. And I think that's actually an advantage to the Beavers because the Bears came to the line and were going to run clock, and when they realized it wasn't running, they just ran the play and scored the touchdown. I think they were going to run a bunch of clock before they scored, so it probably saved the Beavers 20 to 30 seconds there. Bears setting up for the 2-point conversion. Same play, and this time Wiscomb is going to be stopped short. So the 2-point conversion fails. The score remains 20-14. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back with the kickoff right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
You're watching Bear Lake football on the SVI Sports Network.
Bears have the lead with 2:47 left. At the beginning of the night, I would not have guessed that, Nate, especially the way this game started. They went down 6-0 barely 20 seconds into the game. And since then, it's been a back-and-forth battle, and Caleb Wiscomb got the touchdown, and Caleb Wiscomb will be the kicker. 2:47 left. And Grigg and Adair back deep for the Beavers. Both of them are very dangerous. So this kickoff is big. Bears hoping to pin the Beavers back. And still making final adjustments. Wiscomb now places the ball on the tee, gets set for the kickoff. We're 2:47 away from potentially a Bear Lake upset. Wiscomb kicks it deep. It's going to go to Adair at about the 13-yard line. He's going to go right up the middle and be met and tackled. Big tackle. Eborn in on that tackle at the 36-yard line. So good field position, but they put it right at the 35. So they mark him at the 35, not the 36. And Eborn makes the great special teams tackle. We're okay with that field position if you're Bear Lake. 2:41 left. Adair and Grigg, both dangerous, but this has been a team that has had to rely on the run game all night, have not really been able to get the passing game going, knock on wood. A pick 6 for Anderson in this game is one of the Bears' 3 touchdowns. So the running back is Grigg. Everybody else out in formation. Bauer, the quarterback. And back to pass, rolling to his right, looking. He gets the ball away downfield, incomplete. Great coverage there by Bear Lake. Great pressure in the backfield by the Bears. Forced the incompletion, 2:34 left, and it's 2nd and 10. Bauer did not have anybody to go to, was starting to run out of real estate as he was rolling to his right and under pressure. And he's forced just to throw that one away out of bounds into the Bear Lake bench. It was well covered. If it would have been an accurate ball, the Bears could have either knocked it down or picked it off. So kind of good news for the Beavers that it fell incomplete. And 2nd down and 10, 2:34 left now.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Beavers.
And they'll send 2 wide receivers to the far side. All alone here on the near side is Adair. Grigg in the backfield now, 3 wide receivers to the far side. Bauer has Grigg in the backfield next to him. He's looking. He's going long for Adair. It is short and intercepted by Tafoya. Tafoya with the interception. Tafoya on the underthrown ball. Catches it. Interception. Bears football at the 35-yard line. Adair, the speedster, underthrown pass. Tafoya turns around, catches it in stride. Bears football with 2:27 left. What a play by Tafoya. 2nd interception of the night for the Bears. The first one went for a pick 6. Now the Bears just need to take some time off the clock. I'm sure the offense will be fairly conservative here with 2:27 left and a 6-point lead. Kneel down a couple times almost and then punt it away. I think the Beavers have 2 or 3 timeouts, Nate. You don't know either? I think they've taken 1. But they cannot. If the Bears pick up a first down, that would maybe even end the game. So here we go. Here's the handoff to Thornton. And he is going to find a hole. He's going to be tackled only for a 4-yard gain. But that was an ankle tackle. Without that tackle, Thornton still running. Out to the 39, timeout on the field, taken with 2:17 left. So only a few seconds go off the clock. Thornton had a hole, ankle tackle that saved the game there for the Beavers. Thornton may not have scored, as there was one other guy that had an angle, could have maybe forced him either out of bounds or made the tackle, but he would have definitely picked up the first down. Bears right here, a couple more runs like that, even if they have to punt it away, are in a good position. With 2:17 left, up 20-14 with the football at the 39-yard line, their own 39. You're telling your running backs, your receivers in the backfield right now, 2 hands on the ball every play. Be careful with that ball. Ball security is the number one thing here. You'd rather go down for a short gain than try to fight forward for yards and potentially turn the ball over in this situation. So 2:17 left, 2nd down and 6 after the timeout.
Yeah, I'd imagine in that huddle it was very much about ball security over there. Obviously, the first down would be big, as that would pretty much end the game. You could take a couple of knees, but these next couple of plays crucial.
D'Amico's going to be the running back. He's going to go right up the middle, maybe gain half a yard. 5 more seconds come off the clock. 1 more timeout taken by the Beavers. 2:12 remaining. Let's take a 30-second break this time, where we stayed here last time, and be back on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information.
Pass is complete to Anderson. That's another Phillips 66 USAFE first down as Jack Hume rolls out, finds Caden Anderson out at the 47-yard line. That could be the nail. With 2:02 left, clock is ticking, and the Bears can probably kneel it out from here. I don't know if there's time. Yeah, they may only have one timeout left. The Bears can probably just kneel it out. And the Bears going to come to American Falls, pull off the upset, get the win over the Beavers. And, wow. 1:38 left. Bears have not even come to the line yet. I think they're just going to let the clock tick all the way down and then take a timeout before they get the penalty. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So the Bears will take their final timeout with 1:24 left and kneel it down twice. American Falls might have one timeout, so make them kneel it down an additional time. But the Bear Lake Bears are going to pull off the upset tonight with 1:23 left, barring an absolute disaster. The Tafoya interception is going to seal it. And that catch by Anderson. And Jack Hume has had his best night as a Bear Lake quarterback. He has been on fire tonight. Couple of miscues early in the second half. He did have that one interception, but he has had a great night overall. And that shows a lot of confidence in your sophomore quarterback. When the game is on the line and you can just run it and maybe kill more clock, instead they chose to throw the pass. Anderson catches it, first down Bear Lake. And now the Bears are going to come out and take a knee. The Bears in victory formation with 1:23 left. And Jack Hume just takes a knee. That's going to do it. They're going to have to take another knee, but there's nothing that the Beavers can do. The Bears will just watch the back judge and wait till he starts his 5-second count to run as much time off the clock as absolutely possible. And they'll have to do this probably one more time, two more times total, one more time after this. So the Bears wait till he starts his count. And there he starts the 5 count. Now it's that's unnecessary roughness right there, I would say. When you're taking a knee, usually the opposing team doesn't do anything. They just let you kneel down because they know the game's over. And the American Falls defense is still firing off the ball. There's the final knee. The game is over. The Bears win it. 27 ticks left on the clock, but the Bears don't have to take another snap, and the Bear Lake Bears are going to upset the American Falls Beavers here in American Falls. Your final score, Bear Lake 20 and American Falls 14. We're just going to do a quick recap right here and be back, and not even take a break. We've taken so many timeouts in this game. The sponsors definitely got their money's worth. As the teams come to midfield to shake hands, we'll just recap this. In the first half, Bears get one touchdown off of a Caden Anderson catch. They get one touchdown off of Caden Anderson pick 6. The Beavers got their first touchdown in the game on an Adair 77-yard touchdown run. They got their second touchdown of the game on an Adair, again, this time from short yardage, about 11 yards. And then in the second half, the Beavers could not put the ball in the end zone. They controlled the time of possession in the second half, but could not put the ball in the end zone. The Bears, on that final drive, Caleb Wiscombe with the 1-yard touchdown following the big run by Jack Hume. And the Bears are able to go into victory formation. Who would have thunk, after 2 weeks ago losing at home on homecoming, that the Bears would come up here and be able to beat the Beavers?
I mean, just a phenomenal showing there for Bear Lake. Just gritty performance. Never doubted themselves clearly, and they came in and made a statement tonight, upsetting this American Falls team. Obviously, this has got to be a great feeling if you're Bear Lake. If you're, honestly, any of the players, shout out all of them, really. They all had phenomenal nights, especially Jack Hume at the helm. Had a phenomenal showing at quarterback. Just a good all-around game.
Jack Hume had a great night, probably his best night. Well, for sure, his best night as a Bear Lake quarterback so far. Anderson had a big night with 2 touchdowns. Wiscombe with the big touchdown catch. And so the Bear Lake Bears get the win. And, Wiscombe had a huge night. Anderson had a huge night. Tafoya with that interception. Cecile, he had a good night. Bears defense was clamps tonight. The Beavers are a running team, and in that second half, the Bears forced them into situations where they had to put the ball up, and they couldn't do it. And that interception to steal the game was a huge play.
Well, this is a phenomenal all-around effort, Jared. Offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, everything came together tonight for Bear Lake. Looked really good on the defensive side of the ball, especially in the second half. 0 points allowed in the second half, and that's a huge stat. Obviously, offense scored 6, but that's all they needed. Defense really showing out tonight. Defensive side of the ball was phenomenal. Stopped the run, and that's huge. Clearly, American Falls is a pretty run-dominant team from what I saw. They tend to run the ball quite a bit, and it was a couple of splash plays, but outside of those couple of splash plays, Bear Lake shutting down the Beavers tonight. And, I mean, you can't complain about that. Coming out of here with a win is a great feeling, and I'm sure those guys down there on the field are going to go into the locker room and celebrate this one pretty heavily.
The only play that the Bears gave up, the only real big play of the night, was that 77-yard touchdown to start the game. After that, the Bears gave up 8 points the entire rest of the night, and that was almost 4 quarters of football, only giving up 8 points. The defense definitely the winners tonight, and I would say the play that really was the biggest for me on that was right after the touchdown, the interception, I should say. Late in the fourth quarter, Bears throw an interception, turn the ball over at about their own 33-yard line. The Beavers looked to have the possession right where they wanted it. They looked to have the momentum. They had 33 yards to win the game with about 6 minutes left in the game. The Bears defense comes up strong, forces the 4-and-out, takes the ball down the field, scores the game-winning touchdown. That defensive stand right after the interception is the MVP performance for me, and give it to the whole defense. Kason Warner had himself a night, maybe his best night of Bear Lake football of his career. He just was phenomenal all night long, and Ammon Topham had big play after big play. To force that turnover on downs, to force the 4th and long that was the incomplete pass, Ammon Topham made that big ankle tackle in the backfield for the big loss. The Bears just had a phenomenal night tonight. And the thing that hurt the Beavers the worst, the penalties.
Yeah, for sure. The one play that sticks out is that 2nd down and 37. That's a huge play, and honestly, it's tough to lose that many yards on a single play between that sack and the penalty afterwards. If you're the quarterback there, you got to look to throw that thing away, live to fight another down. But with that being said, still just an unfortunate break there for the Beavers. But all things considered, Bear Lake shows up, shows out, and has a phenomenal 4 quarters of football. Can't speak enough about these guys. They put on a phenomenal effort tonight, and they can be proud of themselves on this bus ride home.
Absolutely. The only I would say this was even better than the Salmon performance. The Bears just were totally the better team than Salmon. Salmon was outclassed from the opening kickoff. This game against a good team. If you're wondering, you keep saying we're saying upset. If you look at the Max Preps rankings, this is basically the equivalent of Snake River. On Max Preps, Bear Lake American Falls and Snake River are within 2 points of each other. Snake River came in and beat Bears by 30 plus in Bear Lake, and the Bear Lake Bears a couple weeks later come to American Falls and beat the Beavers by a score of 20-14. Phenomenal night for Bear Lake.
Yeah, absolutely. Great day to be a Bear Lake Bear. Great win.
Tomorrow, come on out to the gym. Watch the Bear Lake volleyball team as they take on the Marsh Valley Eagles. If they win that game, they pretty much wrap up the district regular season championship and gives themselves the opportunity to host the district playoffs. And the Bears are the number 1 ranked team in the state. You cannot go wrong coming to watch these Bear Lake volleyball players. They put on a phenomenal performance, just like the Bear Lake Bears football team did tonight. So we'll see you tomorrow night. For Ray Henry, who stuck up on the roof, and the awesome job that Nate always does producing the game, and everybody else on the SVI Sports Network, this is
Nate Matthews
and Jared Hill. You're saying good night, everybody.